Well, I'll say good afternoon, good evening if you're in Asia, and here in the States it's 6:55 in the morning, and we're up, ready to watch our Arsenal again. Tony, Neomis, how are you guys doing?
All good, brother. Doing really well. Looking forward to today's game.
Yep.
Neomis, how are you doing?
Same here. I'm looking forward to it. I'm slightly worried, but I still think that even though we've got heavy rotation, we should still go out and put in a decent performance.
Well, it's not like we're putting all our eggs in one basket because these changes suggest we're only focused on the Europa League. I mean, granted, I would say if you look at this team on paper, just based on when we acquire these players, it's supposed to be a very good team. Lacazette came well regarded when he joined us. William has played at Chelsea for years. Smith Rowe's up and coming. Good morning, 18. Pepe was 74 million. And even Elneny and Xhaka has played well, especially when we won the FA Cup. So we have players here. I know Mauri came in for Gabriel. Not sure what the story is on that. We're not playing until, 2 weeks from now in the Europa League? And we have, Burnley a week from now? So 6 days from now? So not sure why the significant amount of the rotation. Cool K, good morning. How you doing? Cool K said Martinelli's finished here, unfortunately. I don't think he's finished.
I wouldn't go that far.
Look, I think when you have a long-term injury, managers sometimes reluctant to play you, and the manager wants to play William. Let's be honest. This is about William and Martinelli in terms of position.
Yeah.
And he's trying to fit William. He's trying to prove everyone that he was right in buying William. Now, I would say this. That's done for the season. You can't prove it again for the rest of the season, as far as I'm concerned, because we're out of the league in terms of even top four. We might not win the Europa League, given the competitive team that we have in there. So I'm not sure why look, you can't just disregard and ostracize William. We agree with that. But still, I don't know how you don't give your young players a chance. And I'll say this before I ask you guys to say something, which is, I don't believe we should move Smith Rowe for Odegaard. Odegaard to me is a waste of time. Not because he's not a good player, but we're trying to develop for next year. Real Madrid wants him back. So what's the purpose? Tony?
Yeah, I agree. The Martinelli situation unfortunately replicates itself in the Guendouzi situation and in the William Saliba situation. Three very talented youngsters, all of whom have become fringe on this squad. And unfortunately so, because they could be the future of this club. Those three players alone, in amongst Partey, Gabriel, Aubameyang, could be, with Saka and Smith Rowe, could be the key engine of this team. But unfortunately, what I feel Arteta has done is he's now excommunicated those players to the point where we can't see how they integrate, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, look, when you have a big squad and a good squad, then you have to rotate players, right? To keep them interested, to make sure see what they're doing. Like Man City did yesterday. But we haven't done that well. And so you have to develop your young players. So, Naomi, it's not sure what your view is on this, but I don't understand the coach's decision or the manager's decisions.
I mean, listen, I've said it offline to you guys before. Like, Arteta just has his favorites. I think he's got his own plans on who he wants in. And my biggest fear is that a lot of the players, young players particularly that we've had, he just isn't that interested in like that. I think Odegaard, either he and Edu or just he has plans to get Odegaard in the summer on a permanent deal. And I think he's going to continue playing him as his favorite starting 11 to kind of justify that. Like you, I think he's a good player, but I just think so far, I think Smith Rowe offers us a better all-round game, and it's a shame. But yeah, right now I'm just in hope in that Martinelli will continue to kind of get chances at some point in the future. But this whole Willian thing, yeah, it's nothing that we the fans could do, and you just have to hope that Willian manages to produce something. Like I'll say this: like if Willian was to do what he did on Thursday for the next 13 games out of the season, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But with looking at how he's performed so far, you just don't see it happening. So,
I mean, it begs the question to me. You know, we've seen two complete diametric opposites happen this season. Mm-hmm. We've seen a player who couldn't get played despite being super talented for not 1 minute of the season in Ozil. Yet we've seen Willian playing nearly every game, starting many of them, and not perform. Now, I know you had a huge bug about us playing Ozil, Mr. Lazy, but could Ozil not have been as less integral in playing our game than Willian? I asked the question. What
Well, look, Ozil is better than William, at least the way William we have seen, and he's also wouldn't be as less effective than Odegaard, frankly. Because to me, Odegaard has been a decent player, but he has not been the be-all, end-all. If you're going to come in, you want to bring in Odegaard, and you want him to play, and he's going to be playing like he is, he has to be a difference maker. He has not been a difference maker. So I'm not sure how you justify regressing your players who you need going forward while playing someone else from another. You're trying to help Real Madrid. You're not trying to help Arsenal. Granted, how Odegaard is playing. Now, granted, players have to give him time to adapt to a league, to acclimate themselves. But at the end of the day, I still don't see why Smith Rowe has been put out wide. He's not a winger. You might as well play Pepe. And if you're Pepe, who has struggled and now playing well, you're played on the right in the last game against Man City. That's ridiculous. Arteta's decision-making to me is just, I've lost more confidence in him. Initially, I was Arteta in, then I was vacillating. And lately, I'm just like, your decision-making is awful. You have the same, you're acting like a manager who's been doing this for 20 years and has the credits in the bank to make some decisions you made. Apollo, can you put up G's initial comment about Martinelli?
Bertram, he is trying to force the club's hand. Like certain players, he's already decided he doesn't want the Pepes of this world. And it's not that I don't think he doesn't like a Smith Rowe. I just think that he wants a player that he knows more, which is probably Odegaard. He probably watches a lot of La Liga. When you look at some of the rumors of players that we're rumored with a lot of Spanish players or players that are just playing La Liga in general. And I think that if this club allows Arteta to continue going forward, there's a good possibility we're going to end up losing some talented players that are already in the squad. Nevertheless, some players in the academy as well.
Yeah, I don't know why Pepe is playing on the right again. I mean, I still don't understand the logic. Anyway, is he on the right or on the left? I can't even see.
Pepe's playing on the right.
He's playing on the right, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Not the way he's been playing when he plays on the left. Yeah. G says, I think the lack of match sharpness and fitness stopping Martinelli from playing. He's not like 100% ready. The last time he started against United, he wasn't good. Yeah, G, but Martinelli may have a fitness problem. William has had a performance problem. He still plays. We can't say Martinelli was poor. William has been poor all damn season. When has William been very, very good? So you get the 25, 26 game into the season. William is always playing, whether he's coming on or starting. And he's been atrocious on average. So I don't buy that view about Martinelli and he has to work his way back into form, into shape. And he can't show that while he's on the bench. Not sure what William is doing, but maybe he's a good practice player, but we don't need practice players on the field at match day. Yeah. We need match day performances.
Yeah. And look, Arsenal have had many players who apparently have been really superb in training. Training does not give you the right to a first team place. There's lots of people who look good in a practice scheme, but come the real day with the lights in, they fold. So we've got I'm struggling to work out what causes Arteta to have to continue to play a player out of form when other players are not getting a similar chance to perform.
Victor saying this guy Arteta was. Go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
I hear rumors that there's something in the contract that he has to play a certain number of minutes. I don't believe any of that.
If that is true, that just shows the inept of whoever is coming up with these contracts. No, did you hear about the Pablo Mari one, whereby every 10 Premier League games he plays, we have to play his former club 1 million?
Who makes up this stuff?
If that is true, that is the terrible deal ever.
Oh, man.
With a maximum of 80.
Who would write that in a contract and sign that kind of stuff? You know,
Unbelievable.
You know, the one that killed me was the deal.
Goal. They scored already, by the way. 1-0. 1-0
Yeah.
Leicester.
Yeah.
It's on William's side. William and somebody made him. That's crazy. That mix-up is ridiculous.
The one that killed me was the Oxlade-Chamberlain deal, where we.
Oh my god! Oh
what the hell? So who had the ball? That's Mari. Not good enough.
Mari and Willian.
I don't know what the hell Mari's doing.
No, sorry, Xhaka.
Xhaka, yeah. I don't know what. So where's Mari? Should Mari be on the left? Where's Mari?
Yeah, Mari should have been.
Where's Tierney? Where's Mari? That makes no sense.
Let me rewind this. Let's rewind this.
Oh dear.
We give up goals in the first 10 minutes for the last how many games? This is becoming normal. To me, I'm gonna say this. I'm not a big Mari fan, and I'll say this from day one. I just don't see why we think he's so good.
Well, Mari's in position.
Mari's not in play. It's not Mari. It's Xhaka and William.
Yeah.
But where's Mari? Where is Mari?
Mari's at centre back. It's Xhaka who's kind of covering for Tierney at left back.
Wait, you know what? It's too early. They haven't woken up. Leno almost gave away a goal a while ago. You can't make this up.
Xhaka loses the ball, trying to pass it to Willian, and it's just like two players that we've complained about on this stream constantly. Just that fault. That's you can't be given that.
Oh, come on, Steve. We're gonna do a better job than that.
That's too.
But where was Tierney? Where was Tierney?
Yeah,
high up, further up the pitch.
Look at it again. I don't know what's happened. It looks like Mari's.
Come on, Smith Rowe. Kick the ball to the goal. Why are you trying to pass that? That's a shot on goal you should be taking. Unbelievable. Well, William is playing, so we shouldn't be surprised.
No, William. I mean, Arteta will find some way.
I think someone said about
Tierney is. Tierney's not even in the picture.
He's not in the picture. No.
Yeah.
I think he must be up the field because he's nowhere to be seen. So what he's clearly done, it looks like Xhaka is covering for Tierney, who Tierney's moved up the field. Xhaka and Willian have made a complete cock-up of what's happened. But then there's nobody to fill the left-back role. So Mari must come across and be in front of that player. But he looks like he's trying to cover the attacker. But,
yeah.
Jesus.
That's the great, I don't know.
That is weak.
So that's the thing about us, actually.
Saying,
yeah.
Look, the rumors about contract terms and conditions, when we look at the Oxlade-Chamberlain situation years ago, where, every 10 minutes he was getting played. Anytime over 60 minutes, we was gonna play Southampton X amount, and you'd have to hoik him at the 59th minute. All these kind of things that you keep hearing, and you never really get substantiated. But you kind of have to look at it and go, well, there must be something in it, because you keep seeing the same inadequacies in the way that team is being picked on the field.
So I've listened to podcasts and shows of talking when they're talking to football directors, and Arsenal are considered a joke when it comes to coming up with player contracts. And you would have think all them years ago was it Dick Law who used to be responsible for it. He's gone. Now there would be some type of improvement, but it's
Cool K said Bertram will find a way to give Xhaka 7 today. Cool K, unlike you guys, I am very objective and unbiased. You're an Apollo. Cool K have no objectivity in your entire being at all. At least I try to say I'm not a Xhaka fan, but I'm not going to give Xhaka 2 when he deserves a 6 or a 5. That's not in my DNA. I am very objective. I don't care how much he showed you the finger. He didn't show me the finger. I was on TV. I wasn't in the stadium. I wasn't cursing him, so I can't hold that against him. Sorry. And I'm not going to blame Xhaka alone for that. People lose the ball all the time. You can't lose the ball that far up the field and your defense is so woeful and you have no cover. That makes no sense. And frankly, it wasn't even trying to make a pass. It was a mingling of the ball right in that situation. It wasn't as if he lost the ball trying to beat a man or he made a bad pass. It's a cock-up, as you guys call it. I would just say, I don't know. I don't understand why you lose the ball there and your left center back is nowhere to be found and your left back is nowhere to be found. It makes no sense to me. William only goes backwards. I rarely see William go forward when he's playing. Unlike when you're Chelsea, you take people on. He doesn't do that anymore.
So I'm rewatching this now in terms of what happened. So Tierney's not in the picture because he's already way upfield.
He's way up the field.
Probably coming back from the last attack. Bern Leno passes it to Granit Xhaka. The goalkeeper starts it off from Granit Xhaka. Then he passes it to Willian. And that's how it's been. It's really just been three players. Yeah. Like wow.
I think, it's
referee, penalty.
Oh God!
That should be Pepe's penalty too. Penalty. Stop complaining.
Fast forward.
Pepe should be playing when you have that skill. It's funny, Tony. I watched Saint Maximum yesterday.
Brilliant.
And I said to myself, Pepe can be a Saint Maximum because he has those skill sets.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, he doesn't have the power.
I don't know.
He doesn't have the power or the pace, but I'm telling you, he got those skills in his locker. The quick feet, when you move the ball away from the defender, that's what Saint Maximum does. He's playing this. He's going back and forth with his feet.
He's going to create so much, isn't he?
Saint Maximum is ridiculous, though. He's ridiculous.
Yeah. So he's if we was to sell Pepe, that's who I want to replace.
I've been saying that for a while, Miss. I've been saying that for a while. That
two-way football.
Him and Zaha are two of my favorite players. Him and Zaha. It looks close though.
Yeah, it looks just outside the box.
That's a penalty. Not care what you want to call it. But
his foot is in the box. His foot is definitely in the box.
He's stuck. His foot you know who fouled him? It's Ndidi who fouled him, Ndidi fouled him. He's outside the box. He's on the line, actually. If it's on the line, it's a penalty, by the way. The question is it Ndidi or is it Tielemans? Or is it both?
It's both.
It's both. You got to look at them.
It's both. Yeah, and because it's both of them, it's a penalty. Because Tielemans gets the back of his leg, Tielemans gets the front of his foot, his left foot.
Yeah, there's two fouls on the same time.
Yeah, there's two
so
fouls.
Is it Laka's penalty if he gets it, or is it Pepe's penalty?
Pepe all day.
Yeah, you got to. Pepe is good at penalties.
Greg says, let's extend Xhaka's contract and give him a captaincy.
Oh, God, no.
They give free kick. You have to not give a penalty. I don't know how you made that decision, though. They're saying, okay, the play continues into the box. I don't understand that, actually.
Unless they said
not
that...
Tielemans. They're saying it's Ndidi coming to foul, not Tielemans.
Well, I guess because Ndidi's foul was first. And then Tielemans. And that's...
They're saying Ndidi. That's what they're saying. Ndidi coming to the foul.
Oh.
We're giving up too many early goals in games. That means we're not starting off well balanced.
It means we must be looking to have a Tierney. All right, here comes a free kick.
We have no creativity on a free kick. I was watching West Brom. I'm watching Newcastle. And they have creativity on their free kicks. They just kick the ball to the goal. They're taking free kicks. You can't be one-dimensional on free kicks. You have to try to make the setup unbalanced, and we're not doing that.
I think I'm about 30 seconds behind you guys. I'm currently at 14:45.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
Apollo says at 15:30.
Okay.
Pepe's trying to go behind today. That's good. When David Luiz plays, at least the ball goes over the top when David Luiz is playing. We don't have that with the other center backs.
I'm still surprised him and Willian aren't switching a lot more between that right and left.
Yeah. I would love to see him play with Tierney, actually. Because then you put more pressure on the defense.
Yeah, that's true. Unless the thought is because Tierney is also left-footed and Pepe is left-footed, that's too much left-footedness on the left side.
Well, Xhaka is left-footed. Saka is left-footed.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a problem doing that with Xhaka.
Yeah, there's no reason why that can't work.
Yeah. Look, the manager is a genius. He worked with Pep, so. And by the way, I don't consider Pep a genius, by the way. Pep has always had the best teams. Always have the most money in the best team. So I'm not going to... I think Klopp is a genius. I don't know if Pep is a genius or not. Good ball, William. Oh, no, it came back off. Good play. Good ball, William.
Well, it looks like the ball came off of him when he was out.
And this is for 18 and Cool K. 18 and Cool K, if William has a good game, I give him a good grade. Because he's an Arsenal player. Just like I would give Xhaka. Just like I give Aubameyang, who I don't think is world class, no matter what anyone tells me. World class goal scorer, not a world class footballer.
The thing is, you got to look at the way you set up your play to be able to play a world class finisher who isn't a world class footballer. Lots of teams have that. You know, you look at Cavani. I mean, I know you really are a big fan of Cavani, but I just don't think he's that great a footballer.
No, actually, I think he's a better footballer than a finisher. I think he needs 3 chances to score 1 or 4 chances to score 1. What he does really well, his hold-up play, his movement of the ball, he's physical, he can get in behind. He has all the other attributes. He just misses a lot of chances. Easy chances, too.
Yeah. He's more like Giroud. He's a better all-round player. That's
he's a quicker Giroud. Not as brilliant. Giroud is the best,
target man,
target player in football, frankly, in terms of hold the ball up, make the right pass at the right pace to the right player. Giroud is excellent. He just can't run.
Yeah.
Was it D-Dub says one of Mikel's favourites, El Nene, let the team down. Why am I even watching with Xhaka and El Nene in midfield?
What do you mean let the team? How did they let the team down?
Well, it's because both of them are pretty slow in that midfield, and you want to have that energy. I think that's probably the reason why Xhaka wasn't able to get back to really defend against Tielemans for that goal.
But El Nene should be in the picture, and then he's on the right. How he's going to get over from there? That's more. Mari should be somewhere in the picture. Mari wasn't.
Yeah. And then
Mari's playing on the left center back. Where's the left center back? The player came in the box at the far post, and you're nowhere to be found. I still don't understand. I got to see the play again, but I'm not sure why that's the case.
No, Mari should shift over to the left more.
Mari wasn't in the play.
No,
I can understand Tierney overlapping, but
unlucky. Wow. Leicester close to having a second there.
They're playing us like they normally play us. We have the ball and they break and they look dangerous every single time.
But it's such an easy pass. Like, I mean, we can't be letting them get in those type of positions like that.
Yeah.
Too easy.
It's just too easy.
They broke through their high press really easily.
Oh. What? again, I mean, you're talking about easiness now, but we've just allowed
What
them to
the
run through
hell?
our midfield. Well,
What was Leonard doing?
he should have caught it.
Yeah.
Why?
Jeez.
But like before then, El Nene had to stop him from running through there like that. There are two other Arsenal players there. It just can't happen.
You see, like how Laka just had the ball, Naomi, and turned within 4 men around him.
Yep.
Abba can't do that. That's his problem. So he's not composed when he has a lot of pressure on him. He's got to be able to do that as a footballer.
Listen, I agree. Like, Oba has weaknesses, but because of this contract we've given him, we've got to just compensate like for his weaknesses for the next couple of years.
No, what he does really well is go behind really well. He gets behind. So if you play him in the middle and he plays on the shoulder of the centre back,
Look forward,
it's very difficult for them.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look forward, would you?
Is it
I don't know what's gone wrong, but the front three are not linking sufficiently.
because
Like, literally, where is Smith Rowe?
because listen, it's Pepe and Willian. I'm sorry, like we all know it works. Laka, Saka, Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe is out of this game.
Yeah, he's not in the game. But it's hard to play against Ndidi, though, because Ndidi is going to be the one marking him, right? So it's going to be very tough for him today.
Yeah, but
unless we can move Ndidi around. What was that, Mari? We're not playing. That ball was coming right into my living room. I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah, Kulke is right. It does look like they can score at will. When you've got someone like Harvey Barnes just running in midfield like that, getting shots off.
Harvey Barnes is a good player now.
What do you mean?
He used to put the ball in the net, but he's a very skillful player.
Very good. Paulo says Pepe is in so much space all the time, yet we refuse to give him the ball or even look his way. I
mean, the most creative player, the most dynamic player on the pitch is Pepe, and you're starving him of the ball. You literally, as a manager, right now, have to turn around and say, my most creative, dynamic, goal-scoring midfielder is not receiving the ball. Start putting the ball into his position or move him to a place where he will receive the ball. That's your job as the manager. You know, it'd be like saying, if I've got Lionel Messi and I starve him of the ball, what do I do? Do I just continue let him run around with no ball?
I mean, the only thing that I've seen is just that the interchange between Smith Rowe and Saka.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, are you ahead of me?
No, I think we're the same. That pass by Lacko just to be a little more finesse on that pass.
Oh, Pepe would have got in.
Yeah. The problem with our midfield is this, which is, you know, when Partey gets the ball and he dips his shoulder and turn, that means the front line people who are trying to press you, you've wiped out 3-4 players, and now they're on the back foot. We don't have that from El Nene or Xhaka. They don't have enough confidence in their game or speed to turn and create that separation between them and the pressers. So what we have is they're always going backwards because they can't create that separation real early in the play. That's what Partey does really well. He's very confident on the ball. So he'll make a cute pass right between the lines, or he'll turn and get away from the first press.
You can do with Partey in this midfield right now.
Well, we're taking our time with Partey. We can't afford to play him too much.
Yeah, I guess we're probably just holding him for the Euro.
Right now, Partey's like glass.
Yeah, I'd bring him on at half-time because there's nothing going on in our midfield right now. I'm hoiking Smith Rowe off. I'm bringing on Partey for El Nene. I'm giving Odegaard a 45 because this current setup is doing nothing. He's creating nothing. There's no interplay.
It was a great play coming from the left. Was it ball switches from right to left? Like it's actually really nice play. Was it Willian to Xhaka, Xhaka to Tierney? Tierney
it's a brilliant play.
Was it crosses it in?
Pepe almost got on the end of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it gets blocked by the defender.
That was a brilliant move by Cedric, actually. Cedric took a risk. That's where you have to have that. That's what Bellerin doesn't provide. Create space by beating a man.
Come on, Willian. Could you pass it back forward? Shoot. Oh.
You're ahead of me.
Yeah.
William is a waste. Sorry. That's a chance right there, you know. He could do a lot with that ball apart from what he did.
That ball from Tierney was superb, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're showing the replays now.
You guys, but I got to say that. But he beat the player hands down.
Yeah.
And delivers an
great
absolutely
cross.
Brilliant ball into the center of the
Oh, the defender blocked it, you know, because Pepe got a foot on it. The defender blocked it. I didn't see that.
Tierney is so good. It's just a shame there's not more players like him.
Well, that's what you were talking about, Tony, which is the Salibas of the world should be blooded this year. Guendouzi, Saliba, Smith Rowe, we should blood them because we're not going anywhere this year.
Unlucky, Willian. I got to give him praise. He was in the right place. He got a shot off.
You got to hit the target, though, Tony.
Yeah.
Got to hit the target. From the 18, you got to hit the target.
Yeah, he should. He snatches at it. He snatches at it.
Uh-oh.
Apollo says on a positive, attacking patterns are looking good today. Good use of the channels and crossfield ball. Yeah, completely agree. Only thing I'd say is they just tend to miss out Smith Rowe just because Smith Rowe is just more centrally. It was only on that last play with Willian that he really managed to get on the ball.
Such a play. Cedric looking decent though.
Yeah. Apollo says to you, Bertram, Pepe is scoring today. Oh.
I don't disagree with you, Apollo. The way he looks up for it. He looks up for it. Sometimes you see a player in the game and they look like they're up for it. He looks up to it. He looks up for it. That beat a while ago on the line. You saw that beat a while ago, Naomi? Tony may not be there yet.
Jesus Christ.
That's the cuteness of getting by a player with just a little bit of subtlety.
Yeah.
That subtlety is not easily discernible.
Yeah.
Such quality.
Miscontrol by Willian. It looked amateurish.
Oh,
Prolova is saying, I think loaning out Willian was a mistake.
Nope, because he wasn't playing.
No. I have a question for you guys. Would you prefer to be on the bench of a team like Man City or playing regularly for a team like Newcastle?
Playing regularly for Newcastle.
Yeah. Because in order for a player to develop, they got to play.
You've got to play.
That's just a fact.
That's why Willett needs to go to Newcastle.
You have to find a way to become an effective player on the pitch. And even in a bad team, you still stand out if you're a good enough player.
Yeah.
Well, I think what Willock is showing is that he's a good player.
Yeah.
And what anyone want to say? He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's comfortable at Newcastle. He knows he's going to play every minute if he wants to. Both he and Min have missed really good chances, by the way.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks in a row, they've got themselves in position to score. They just haven't put the ball in the net.
And if that's something they could improve on, that'd be fantastic. But it's next season. I'm not sure whether they're going to be part of the Arsenal setup.
I think Willock's. I always say this. Willock's going to be a very good player.
No, he is
going to be a very good player.
It's for me. It's just Arteta. I just don't think that he either rates him or he's going to give him the games. But
if Willock got the chance that William did, chances, he would have produced much more.
Of course, beyond a shadow of a doubt. But I still was it on the Emery's first season? He was our best central midfielder. 5 goals, deserved the chance.
Sorry, who was that? You talking about?
Willock.
Oh yeah. No, I like Willock. I think he's a good player that will develop and could be an integral part of our team. I day by day keep looking at our roster of players and thinking we're going to move 8 players this summer.
We're going to move a lot. It's going to be a lot of our favourites, in my opinion.
2 of them already don't belong to us, so we kind of count them out anyway. But I still believe at least another 6 players will move. And when you take 8 players out of the squad,
well, it's not 8, Tony. It's about 16, isn't it? Did we move about 8 before? We moved about 8 before between the Mustafis and the Socrates.
No, well, yeah. I mean, if
and some say for a whole year.
Window,
You're turning over the whole team, basically.
Yeah, you have in 2 windows.
Yeah.
I'm really not looking for anything by way of achievement by the end of the season. Look, if we get to the Europa final, somehow that would be, to me, a miracle. I don't think our position in the league's going to be anything better than 8th at best. But all I am doing right now is looking at every game and thinking, right, who deserves a place in the starting 20 next season?
Yeah.
Who is getting a place? Who is getting another contract next season? Are you giving Lacazette another contract, or are you giving following Balogun a contract?
I will give Lacazette a year so I can sell him. I'll give him a year so I can sell him.
Sorry, who are you saying?
I give Lacazette a year so I can sell him for something. You gotta get something for Lacazette. You can't give him away free. We have given away enough. We have given over $170 million of free pounds, of free already. We can't afford that. We're not Man City.
Yeah. So you give Laka a 1-year contract.
So I can sell him, and sell him.
I think we're going to end up selling him anyway.
I don't think he accepts a 1-year contract.
If I was him, I wouldn't either.
I'm gonna go. It's like Dak Prescott. You just sit and wait, and someone's going to come to you with that 40 million. There's teams looking for that kind of player. They will come because they know you've only got a year left. You can't demand money. I'm going to come to your table. I'm going to go, listen, here, take a 10 million. And you.
I wouldn't sign Tony. If I wouldn't sign it, Tony, if I was Lacazette, not in my last year. There's no way I'm signing a contract in my last year.
No.
Yeah.
No, nobody should do that, actually. You take an injury risk, so you insure yourself.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't sign a contract in your last year, no.
And that's why we're probably going to lose a lot more money this season, because you got Guendouzi, Laka, just
Pereira,
El Nene,
Balogun,
Balogun,
Mavropanos.
Mavropanos.
Players galore.
See it? Kirk Cousins, absolutely. Bet on yourself, always.
Even if you're not that good.
Yeah, even if you're not that good, you will get paid.
You'll get paid. Well, you can't do any worse than the contract you're going to get. You're going to get sign-on bonus, right? Your amortizing sign-on bonus, it works out to be a higher salary net. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, Laka is a good player. He just doesn't do enough. Laka is a very well-rounded player. Just something that seems to be missing in his game.
I agree. And, Willian is still a good player, but, he's just not suited to this team. I go somewhere and dynamic.
No, he's a good player. Let's not be, you don't play for how many years.
I've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed this. Mkhitaryan is ripping up the Italian league right now.
Yeah.
9 goals, 8 assists.
But see, so Tony, here's the thing people don't realize.
Integral to that team.
Here's the thing that people don't realize, Tony. When you're playing against the best players in the world, it's a little bit different, right? They have that. That's the difference.
That's why I'm saying. A player like Lacazette, a player like Willian could go to the Italian league and rip it up.
Yeah.
Well,
let's just hope that Monaco are still interested in Laka, and maybe we could sell him for something this season. Yeah. But
if I'm like a Napoli, and I'm thinking, well, I'm, just outside the top 4. I could make a move for Lacazette. I could make a move for Willian. I would have a player who's not quite good enough in the Prem, but in our league, he's going to look like mustard.
Yeah.
Willian in Italy would be phenomenal because he would get so much time.
That's true.
Apollo is saying Arteta to copy Brendan Rodgers by holding Aubameyang back for 30 minutes, come on and score cute. I don't know if that's the rationale. He's not playing Saka. He's not playing Abba. He's not playing Gabriel. He's not playing his favorite Bellerin. So I'm not sure what the logic is. If there's any logic to his managerial, well, he manages anyway. I'm not sure he has any logic.
Well, the way how we're playing, I mean, we could be 3-0 down by the time Aubameyang comes on. And that's not even me being funny.
This looks like a Sunday stroll. These guys haven't woken up yet. It's just absolutely nothing that's exciting me about this way we're playing right now. I don't know why. I feel like I'm watching the TV, but I'm watching nothing.
We're not doing anything. We're just past.
What the hell was that, David Luiz? Let's just play that mouse game. Looking for our mistakes and then hit us on the counter.
Absolutely. And they know they can do it. They've done it so many times before. You can see it every break. Vardy knows. I'm going to get them. I'm going to run through the middle of their back two, and you just need to find me. Their back two cannot keep up with me for love nor money.
Well, it's not a back two alone. The midfield can't run either.
Yeah.
We have a speed problem. We have a athleticism problem in our team.
Come on, that's a foul.
What do you guys think of Cedric so far today? I'm not talking
He's looking
about
good.
The season
Today. He's solid.
Come on, he's got to get a yellow card for that.
Well,
Pepe's having a field day out there today.
Listen, Cedric is our future right back.
Yeah?
Yep.
So Neomis, and I'm sorry about that. Neomis and Tony. Mm-hmm. You see right now, Thomas is on a yellow card. You have to feed Pepe to beat him again and give him the other yellow. That's how you play. That's how you create mismatches. You feed him, he's gonna beat him, and he has to do something. Either tackle me or you let me go.
Yeah.
He has him on skates. Just like how Mahrez had Tierney last week on skates.
Well, I think it was Apollo said a little while ago that he should have been on about 3 yellow cards by now with some of the fouls he's been given. I mean, was that even a yellow? I wasn't even looking.
He fell, but he took him out, right? He fell, but he took him out. He slipped.
But that's that's the kind of aggressive play that I like from Pepe. He's asking questions, and no one else.
David Luiz, brilliant. William has another assist.
Oh,
man,
God.
You know what?
Oh, no.
Wait. William will start for the rest of the season. William will start for the rest of the season. He's going to play every minute.
You're right. He's
Saka, your game is gone, Saka.
Yeah, no, you're right. Saka, you're finished. Really going to start every game. It's over.
We're going to start every game.
Oh.
That's a brilliant run by David Luiz, actually.
Yeah.
And brilliant run by... It's a set play,
Yeah.
It looks like a set play. They stack the wall. Then he comes around the wall in that space. Brilliant goal.
Yeah.
Well done, David Luiz.
Well done. And well done, William.
That's an assist, William. So 18, Cool K, Victor. Today when I grade William, he get grade based on his performance, not based on whether I like him or not. And by the way, I like William. He just shouldn't be playing. That's all I'm saying. He shouldn't be playing based on his performance. But you know what? You can't put someone in the wilderness. That's how they're done. So good job, William.
Well, Smith Rowe is down at the moment. I don't know if it's tiredness.
It's not good because he's rubbing his head, and that's never really good. When the player's down and they start rubbing their head, it must be a hamstring. And they call in the bench and say he's done for the day. And he's injury prone, right? He's got a good run of games. So who comes on for him? Is that Saka?
No. Listen, rest Saka.
So who are you going to play?
Play Martinelli. He's going to bring on Odegaard.
Yeah, Odegaard's going to bring on, yeah.
Well, you know what?
I bring on Martinelli and move William inside.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Yeah.
But
he's bringing on Odegaard. I see Odegaard.
I like to see Odegaard. I think that rotation, Odegaard, Smith Rowe has got to be the one.
That should be the rotation, though.
Yeah.
That should be the rotation. It shouldn't be Smith Rowe being forced outside. That's not good.
I agree.
Pro Lover, I love your objectivity. Please speak to 18 and Cool K and Apollo, please. We have an objectivity school on Sundays at US time at 12 p.m. We have a school in objectivity. You are welcome to join. Stylist is signed. Why? Because it's William Stylist?
oh my.
Oh dear.
Nope, but William's definitely starting.
Thank you, Pro Lover. At least I have one person who is saying I'm trying to be objective here. I agree, Apollo. Pepe is playing really well, even on the right. He's playing well. He's playing well today. I think Pepe has got his mojo back.
Do you think that was to do with us playing so well, or to do with Leicester not looking like they're up to scratch? Because I watched them played against Slavia Prague, and they were awful.
But it's not the same team playing Slavia Prague. He didn't play some of these big players. Some of these players, he changed the team significantly against Slavia Prague. Some of these players didn't play. Look, I think we always play with Leicester this way. When they came to the Emirates, we dominated possession. They hit us on the counter when Vardy came on. So we dominate possession against them, against a lot of teams actually, apart from Man City, who beat us 1-0, and it looked like it was 10-0 because we weren't in the game. Apart from that, I don't think any team, and when we played Villa, has really dominated us most of the season. I think what Arteta likes about William is, quote unquote, whether it's work or not, is defensive skill. His defensive effort, actually. Because when he played at Chelsea, he always played both ways, right?
Yeah, that's true. I just thought that, with him coming here, that he would have just been a lot more consistent. But hey, listen, good for Willian to get the assist. I said at the beginning of this, if he wind up with 10 more assists to the end, 10 for the rest of the season, for the next 13 games, he probably would change the whole season outlook around.
So here's the difference in Pepe's game. He's learning to play football. So what do I mean by that? He's knowing when to pass and when to dribble. He's not turning the ball over at an alarming rate like Sanchez used to. And that's why coaches sometimes, like Arteta, struggle with him, because they don't like players who turn the ball over. William dribbling. William looking good today. Go wide, Odegaard. You're taking too long.
Well, he's another player that needs a lot more time on the ball that I've found.
Oh.
Whoa. Leno, what are you doing?
Oh, you're way behind, Tony.
God.
Oh, Laka just missed that one. That one was just behind Laka. William look. Hey, William is saying, "I've returned. I was on. I don't know where vacation. I was actually. There was an imposter. I was kidnapped. They had me locked up. I just escaped.
Hold on. I think there's a penalty shot for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think the ball hit someone's hand actually.
Oh, his arm is high.
Oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Are we getting a penalty?
That's a penalty. It has to be.
Are we getting this level of luck?
It has to be. It's a no-brainer. It has to be a penalty.
Oh,
it's a no-brainer.
No.
No. There should be a penalty.
Because we can't be getting.
The ref doesn't need to go see this. His hands are up. There is no way it's not a penalty. That's like Smith Rowe's penalty in the Europa League against Benfica. That's a penalty. It has to be a penalty. That's a no-brainer. He doesn't even look at it twice.
Wow.
He looked at it 2 seconds. Has to be a penalty.
We're getting a penalty. Wow. Listen, I call this one as a draw, so I'm incredibly surprised right now.
I didn't call it, but I expected us to win. Especially now we're penalty, I more expect us to win.
Wow. This would be a fantastic result. Like, Leicester
I
are
don't know
no
why
bugs.
his hands were so up.
Yeah, it's completely in the wrong place.
I don't know why his hands were up like that. So where's Laka is rushing it. Why is not Pepe taking the penalty? That makes no sense.
Oh, they probably want to give Laka a goal because they feel like
Pepe is the best penalty taker probably in the league, frankly.
Because
Laka will score
Pepe
it.
should take it.
Laka will score it. Have faith. Laka's not a bad penalty taker. I'm not unhappy that Laka's.
He's gonna miss. He's gonna miss because he should be taking it.
Bertrand, don't
He's
say
going
that.
to miss because he should. All right, score Laka. Okay, I changed my mind. He's gonna score. I changed my mind. He's gonna score. I changed my mind.
Stop that mouth in the mouth. What's wrong with you?
Look at the Omis. Look at the Omis.
I'm done.
We're better than Leicester. We have been better than Leicester. Leicester has not been in this game.
Yeah.
Seriously, they've been in the game. We've dominated them.
Like I've seen Leicester in previous seasons dominate us, whereby they might beat us 3-1 when you just feel like they might score like 5. But today, I just don't see that.
You know something? I think we're not giving ourselves enough credit though. We're playing well. We're playing well. Give us credit. We're playing well.
Yeah,
we're playing well.
Willian had a run just before that.
Yes, William is looking really good. William has returned. Welcome back, prodigal son. He's returned from the dead.
Listen,
literally.
Let's stop that because then Arteta will go and start him every game.
No, he's playing well. There's no stop nothing.
We have to encourage it. We have to encourage it because
wait. Against a good team, by the way. Against a good team.
If he can carry on this kind of form today, he might get another game.
Yeah.
Another start.
Okay.
He's gonna get more starts. We know that much. He's gonna get more starts. Yeah, after today's performance, he's gonna play a lot. We're looking like Man City today. Apart from that goal.
I don't think we're that dominant.
We had 73 possession at one point. What are you talking about? We had 73 possession at one point in the game. We're dominant.
But there's a difference between possession. You know that. That. There's a difference.
Well, no. I agree with about effective possession, Tony. But Man City sometimes have those possessions too.
Yeah.
If you don't have the ball, if you have the ball, they can't score on you, right?
Yeah.
If you have the ball, the other team can't score. That's their philosophy.
That's true. I 100% agree with you.
But we have looked dangerous, especially by Cedric. Actually, Cedric crossing is better than Bellering's. I don't think Bellerin should start. Not just based on this game. I just don't think Bellerin give us enough to play over Cedric right now.
He'll be gone in the summer, Bellerin.
Do you know what the funny thing is, right? I think I'm seeing a different game to you because I'm not saying that Cedric is having a bad game. I just think he's not. Bellerin, you just kind of, Bellerin is going to be up the field. He's going to be playing inside the box. I don't know.
So Tony, here's the difference, Tony. What Cedric does, he's not losing the ball. That's one, right? He's getting his crosses in, and the forward is not getting behind him. Okay. So we're playing on the left, and what's his name is very, very dangerous. He's not getting behind him. Yeah. So those three components, if you're balancing your play, then I give you credit. Not because you're not pulling up trees.
I think he's doing well. What's your feelings, Naomi's?
For me, I always think that Cedric his overall game is quite solid. So for me, because he's solid defensively, he doesn't need to go and bomb forward because Pepe is going to handle the attacking side. For me, Bellerin's strong suit is his attacking, whilst I think that Bellerin is weak defensively. So if you have a player that's solid defensively, you don't really need them to kind of go back. Like now, Cedric is just a supplement going forward on the right. Pepe, Pepe's weakness is defensively. Like he's not always going to track back well. So as long as Cedric does the defensive work, Pepe will do the attacking work, and it all works works well. And depending on how the game goes, Cedric can go forward if need be. And yeah,
so as you can see in the forum, we have a special
Yes.
guest that's just joined us.
Yeah.
Very important guest, Nabil. Welcome.
What's up, Nabil?
Welcome.
How you doing, brother?
Thanks.
So I didn't wake up early for nothing. Because it's still dark. It's just getting lighter here.
Oh man.
So knowing the bill and your normal stream, the game's probably still being played right now.
It literally just finished.
Oh.
Literally just finished. First half just finished. That's why I'm here. I said, you know what? I want to enjoy this game. So I'll watch it and I'll check in with you guys at halftime and just have a little sort of punditry at halftime. But
Nice.
yeah, it's literally just finished.
Good.
It's tough when your stream is slow, right?
Yeah.
It's tough when your stream is slow.
Especially if it's a fast-moving game. If it's a fast-moving game and you're getting the commentary before it happens, it can spoil the viewing pleasure. But yeah, it's been good so far. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I'm always on Willian's back. I'm always on Pepe's back as well. But Willian has been our best player today, boy. He's just control. I don't think he's put a foot wrong. He hasn't put a pass astray. He's driving forward. He controls it when it's time to control it. Pepe, to be fair to him, he hasn't even had a chance to show himself because every time he touches the ball, he gets fouled. He's been playing really well as well. So, and like I said, to me, I thought when I saw the lineup and the fixture, I said to myself, you know what? 1-0 Leicester, 1-1 Arsenal, probably. I mean, 1-1 draw, probably the best we can hope for. 2-1. But you know what? We're looking good. We're actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, I think we should just wrap up Partey on the bench. Don't put him on. Guys, welcome. Wrap him on the bench and something because he's fragile.
Yeah.
And if we don't have to play Alba or Saka, especially Saka, we shouldn't play them. If we don't have to, we shouldn't play them.
True. You got to think ahead. Those guys have been pretty much carrying us.
I do want to see
Martinelli.
Partey. I just want to give him some minutes.
No, I don't want to see Partey. I don't want to see Partey.
No.
He gets injured too often. He comes on and then all of a sudden he sits down and you're like, oh, here we go again.
Who's that Partey?
Yeah, I just kind of feel that look, we could really step on the gas in the second half if we bring off El Neni and bring on Partey. We'll just.
I think Xhaka and El Neni are doing okay. I think they're doing what it is. The front four is holding the ball up, which is good. They're not losing. The problem we have when we play like Abba up front, he loses the ball a lot. Laka is not losing the ball, so you bring the other players into the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with both of you. I think on the one hand, you do want to give Martinelli some minutes. You do want to give Partey some minutes. Although my thinking is I'm not completely sure if this is the game for them. And I think so far so good. I mean, if I'm honest, the only person I'm pretty upset with is Xhaka because he's just so slow. I can't believe how slow this guy is. But apart from him, I think we're looking good. I think we just look kind of organised. And then again, I think you'd only really want to change it if you're A, really chasing the game, or B, if you've got some tiredness creeping in. But really, if we can just control the game and keep those players on the pitch, I think I would. I really think I would.
I'm gonna give Xhaka a pass. I'm gonna call Xhaka Perlo without the guile.
No. See,
you can't say those two names in the same breath, bro.
Wait, no, you're forgetting the first 10 minutes of this game.
Perlo was slow as molasses.
I can't find a red card.
Okay, I'll change that.
That's blasphemy, bro.
What's his name from Chelsea?
That's blasphemy, man.
Oh.
Xhaka is Xhaka. What are you going to say? Xhaka is Xhaka. He's going to put a foot in. He's slow. We know he's slow. He's our player. All we can do is say, you know what? We have him. Let's support him. We curse him when he puts a foot wrong, and we praise him when he does well.
I just don't think Partey's ready, That's me right now. And
18. I didn't say he was playing well. I thought Partey, but I sponsor 18. I said Xhaka and El Neni are doing okay. They're doing okay.
Yeah, they're
doing okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't change anything. And let's face it, we're 2-1 up. We're 2-1 up, and I think we're seeing signs of growing into the game as well. I think, just get the ball out to Pepe a bit more. I don't know his name. Is it James? The fullback.
No, Thomas.
He's in trouble. He's in
Yes.
trouble. He can't
Yes.
keep up with Pepe, and he's on a yellow. And I got the feeling that if he makes one more late challenge, he's off. So
Well,
Yeah.
good point, Nabil. I've said that before, which is if you want to play against 10 men, give Pepe the ball. It will happen.
Yeah. I think
I agree with you.
it's looking good. I mean, Odegaard's just come on. I like him as well. I like Odegaard. He's grown into it as well. I think just more. I think what Arteta will be thinking is like more of the same. Control the game, organisation, and this is the thing, right? So I'm going to take it back to 101 now because there's been a lot of talk about Arteta, you know, his qualities, his lack of qualities, and etc. etc. And I'll tell you something. The one thing that I've seen that has changed in us is our ability to control games and grow into games. We may have lost 11 games. I get it. But when what I see in Arteta that I haven't seen in a long time is our ability to be organised and control games, not lose our heads, be organised, be hard to beat. Even Pep said it the other day, and that's what I'm hoping to see today. Now that we're 2-1 up, nothing rash. You know, don't lose your heads. Just keep control of the game, and you know, maybe you can get another goal, but don't lose it. And I think Arteta can do that.
So I want to respond to 18 and say a couple of things. One is 18 and Cool K thinks I'm the Xhaka fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. I call it like I see it. If a player does bad, I'm gonna rain them, and if they do well, I'm gonna praise them. Just like I'm praising William. If you play well, I'm not gonna knock Xhaka when he plays well and give him a 4 like you guys do and give him a 3 because I don't like Xhaka. I don't think Xhaka is Arsenal answer, nor LNA. They're Arsenal players. They're doing their best. Think about it this way. They're doing their best. It may not be good enough. On your job, we sometimes don't do our jobs the best. We may not be good enough on our jobs, but we still get paid. And we still get employed. So we're trying our best. If you try your best, all you can ask for. We got to replace them in the summer. We got to get better players in the summer if we want to compete with the top 6 and top 4.
Yeah.
But they're doing their best. So I'm not going to kill them when they do well. And right now, we're up 2-1 against Leicester, who is top 3 in the league. We shouldn't be complaining. And we're 11th. Okay? And we're dominating the game. And they're part of the team.
Absolutely agree with you, Bertram. You know, look, we cannot look past the fact that every team has those water carriers. Every team has water carriers. Players who you just know they just have to fill a void. You know, Gigi Wijnaldum is no great player. He's an adequate player, but he does a job for Liverpool. You know, Fernandinho is a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a better centre half or a better centre midfielder? He doesn't set the world on fire, but he does a specific job, and he does it well. And we have to admit that sometimes you have to play players in a certain way. And this is something I was trying to allude a little bit earlier to, is for me, Mikel Arteta, the sign of a good manager is he has to find a way to make Aubameyang effective. We know his shortcomings, but we also know how great a goal scorer he can be. And what Arteta's job is to make sure he feeds the man. You know, remember back in the day with Man City and Sean Gota? Feed the goal and he will score. Sean Gota was no footballer. He was no footballer.
Just get him on the end of something, yeah?
Just get him on the end of something, yeah?
Yeah, it's true.
And the funny thing is, right? The funny thing is, I was looking yesterday at the 2017 transfer window and looking at the players who moved in 2017. The summer we've got Lacazette was also the summer Everton bought Lukaku. Look at the difference.
Yeah, but Lukaku what was Lukaku go for? Wasn't it 75 mil? No. Actually, he went cheaper.
Everton.
He went cheaper. 75 mil to Man U. He went cheaper. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. So we could have in that summer. We got what we thought was a great player in Lacazette for good value. And when you look at the price we paid, it was decent money. But we could have also got Lukaku. And look at what the difference is sometimes so close. You coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, look, Lukaku's always been a beast when he was 16, right? But he was never the finished article, and people always had criticism about certain divisions in the game. But he was a bull. He was quick. He could score. and he's proving now at Inter when he's playing, right? Dominant. But then again, Mkhitaryan is dominant in Italy, so I'm going to have some reservation about Italy. Italian football, frankly.
Let's not forget his time in England.
I agree, Tony. I agree.
No slouch.
I agree.
I think
Tony, I think someone says you're a Xhaka fan, and you've been a closet Xhaka fan. You've called Xhaka, Cedric, and then they all donkeys. I know this for a fact. So I'm not sure how you're a fan because I'm a donkey. You're a donkey fan? You're a donkey fan.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I'm just reading Greg's comment. Willian and Pepe putting on a classic. Saka, your services are no longer required. He's just joking. But you know what? It's true though. It's you know, as fans, you know, we're always sort of, you know, on these guys' backs. And for me personally, I knew Willian and Pepe had to start today because of the midweek shenanigans, you know. But to see them come on or to see them start and play the way they have, you know, you got to be pleased with them. Especially Pepe. He's got us the penalty. You know, he's got us a penalty with his left peg, but Williams' drive sort of started it. They've been faultless. Those guys have been faultless. So you know what? Credit to them. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we've been good. Not Leicester's been bad. I'm gonna take credit for our performance because, frankly, we played good against some good teams. We played good against Man U. We played good against Leicester twice. When they came to the Emirates, we should have beaten them. Apart from having people like Mustafi in the field, which. Thank God.
And they're a worrying side, you know. Leicester are a worrying side, you know.
Look, they're where they are in the league because they're a good team.
It's not like before, you know. You'd be like, you know, it's like a lucky streak or fluke or whatever. Nothing like that anymore. No. They've changed managers, they've changed players, and they still stay where they are. In fact, they're probably the most consistent team in the league right now because all those teams have dropped out of the top four. They've just sat there.
They've had some horrendous injuries. I'm not sure people realize. I saw yesterday, I was watching AFTV and they were showing, one of the guys, they were showing their injury list. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous injury list. Right now they have Madison out.
What is this?
Yes. No, actually.
I love that
No. We're animal lovers. We're not giving that code. You got to switch that. Switch that code.
I love that.
No, we're animal lovers. We're not wearing it first, though. No, give him a Bentley. Put him a Bentley with a fedora on. Put him a Bentley. That's what we love.
So what do you think for the second half? What do you think? Do you think anybody else needs to come on? Any predicted changes? What do you think?
Arteta is going to stick with the same team. He's not changes. Not anytime soon. The 70th minute, Martinelli may come on. I'll give Partey a 20-minute run to get him. Keep on warming him up.
I swapped my stream to try and get a little bit closer to you guys. And on my stream, they just showed Mikel Arteta from the side of the pitch coaching the players. And he's going berserk through 45 minutes. I'm looking at him and thinking to myself, wow, he's really all over these guys.
I like it. I think that's part of the reason why our guys stay switched on. They don't lose it. They never seem to look lost. You know, even when we went that goal down, you know, he was still passing it out from the back, pretty calm, not losing it, you know, and just grew into the game. And I like that. This is what I'm saying. I mean, I'm the jury's out on Mikel Arteta, but I can say I'm looking forward to next term. I'm looking forward to next term where it's not such that, you know, unexpected start. He can start, you know, where he's left off and build some consistency, maybe get some new players in. Next season is the real test. That's the only time you're going to really know if he's up for it or not. That's the only time you're going to really know. It's too checkered this term.
So the thing I'm going to say is we're coming out for the second half is like literally the first 10 minutes is so important. We cannot, you know, we've got to be concentrated for that first 10 minutes because you know they're going to come out. Albrighton is coming on. No changes for Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the league, the FA, the league the Premier League to start the games 10 minutes in because it takes us a while. So we don't want to start. We don't start right away. The last 3 games we have given up goals in the first 10 minutes. We want to start the game after 10 minutes because I'm not sure what is happening.
No, Leicester are pretty good.
Pro Lover said Leicester's not that good. Where have you been, Pro Lover? When Vardy injured, they still play good. They have no medicine today. They've lost Justin. They've lost
I
Stefano.
want to
They've
knock
lost a lot
them,
of
but I
players.
can't. I want to knock Leicester, but I can't. I just
No,
can't.
you
I can't
can't.
knock Leicester. I wish I could.
And they don't have our budget either. Think about that team. They don't have our budget.
They found some good players, man. And look, the thing I was thinking about today is like they sold Mahrez, they sold Kante, they sold what's his face? Was it Drinkwater? Someone like that.
They sold Drinkwater, yeah.
And Drinkwater was decent for them as well. And they still and they didn't budge in position.
No,
they didn't budge.
They replaced him with good players, actually. Yeah. They find players like Ndidi, Sigonu. They have a lot of players. Ricardo, Justin, Fofana. Look at those players they bought for less than 30 mil or just over 30 mil.
Soyuncu is another good signing for them because they had what was that black defender's name?
We were interested in him as well.
What was their captain's name? They used to have a defender who was their captain. Big lump of a geezer.
Don't call him a lump. He played for Jamaica. Don't call him a lump.
Yeah, that guy.
He's tried.
He was solid, mate.
He played for the championship. I can't remember his name. He played for the championship team when they won. He played after
somebody once. I saw him slap a player in the face once. He's not. He don't mess about that boy. But they got rid of him, or he's retired, or whatever.
No, he's still playing. He's still playing. He's on the bench.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just doesn't play.
There you go, man. They've done well. I'd like to see what happens when Vardy goes as well, because Vardy ain't got much longer either. How old is Vardy?
Vardy's about 33, 34. He's up there.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Fair play to him.
He's got another couple of years. I mean, they got to find a replacement for him, or else
he's got to be gone next season. Over the summer, his legs are going to go.
No, his legs are not going. His legs are going to go over the summer, man. His legs are not going. I'm telling you. He's going to play. He's going to be like a Tom Brady. He's going to play until he's like 37, 38.
Yeah, he just turned 34 last month.
Bloody hell.
See, that was close. Pepe almost got in a while ago, actually.
What Pepe should have done was dived. As soon as the contact was made, he should have done a spin and dropped on the floor.
Yeah, he's trying to win the ball, though.
What minutes are you guys on?
I am on 47-40.
Yeah, 47-45 I'm on.
Okay, so I'm about to see what you lot are looking at now. Okay.
Look at another Leicester City player look like he's injured. See what they're known for Leicester.
Well, that's good for Arsenal. I think that's Harvey on the ground.
Harvey Barnes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his left knee also, which is not good.
Oh, yeah, that's off. He's got to come off for that.
Oh, yeah. Something. He's damaged. He's
ruptured something there.
Yeah. And you know what? Madison is also injured as well. That's
Madison is injured. Barnes is injured. Yeah, they have a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries. That's why they collapsed last year. That may affect them going in on the running, you know. That's why they collapsed last year. They had a litany of injuries last year.
The ball from Odegaard to Pepe needs a shout because it's a nice ball.
I wonder if you can make a cheeky...
Go ahead.
I wonder if you could make a cheeky bid for Tielemans in the summer. I like him.
Oh, yeah.
No, he wanted to stay there. We were looking at him before, and he wanted to stay. He's like a Bard. He's a good player.
Maybe Arteta could give him a call. That seems to work.
He needs to give St. Maximum a call.
Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Yeah. He needs to give St. Maximum. Give St. Maximum a call.
Is he a midfielder?
Yeah.
No, he's not a midfielder. But he plays football. Yeah, but he plays out wide. But he needs to get a call.
Yeah, he's nice.
I don't care where he's played. He needs to get a call.
He's
wide
nice.
10 striker.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm thinking of a party partner. I want a partner for party, and Tielemans looks like a real compliment to party.
I agree, Nabil. I agree.
Well, Bissouma. People talk about Bissouma a lot, right? We're talking about Bissouma a lot. Tielemans is a good player. Yeah,
you make a nice partner, really nice partner. That would.
Oh, Apollo saying he talks about injuries. Apollo, we only had a lot of injuries in the Wenger era because nobody trained. So that's why, Ozil never trained. They never trained in the Wenger era. That's why we always pull up. Always injured.
That's a nasty one. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
That's a nasty one. That one is like, you know what, he's going to be out for a while.
And he had a hope of going to the Euro too. He had a slim chance.
And that's the thing. I mean, to be honest, with him, with guys like Harvey Barnes, I like him. English player. Yeah. On the, away from Arsenal, you want to see him progress to be a nice force for England. He does a sort of player that England need. Who is it again? England, Grealish, Barnes. You're looking at those players and you're wishing them well from an England perspective, but when you're playing against them and they go down, you're kind of
the player coming on is not that bad, frankly. He was the one who created that goal the last time against us, wasn't it?
Yeah. We was going to buy him as well, weren't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we're going to buy a lot of players. We're going to buy. If we put a list of players we're going to buy, it's amazing. Even what's his name, Van Dijk. We were being linked with Van Dijk at 12 million.
That was criminal. Yeah,
but it was a Celtic,
£12
million when we're linked with Van Dijk, of course.
No way.
£12 million.
Yeah.
For more than like a year and a half. Yeah.
Yep.
We never bought him. Van Dijk and Wanyama. Obviously, Wanyama didn't work out too well, but yeah.
Who was manager at the time?
Wenger.
Yeah.
Not another Wenger failure. You can't be serious.
But Van Dijk is such a Wenger player. That's why I thought we was going to get him. I used to write a blog on Arsenal. I remember writing on him.
Yeah, no, he was
12 million for Van Dijk.
12 million pounds.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what Southampton played for it, but it wasn't over 30. I don't think it was over 30.
So
no, I was like 15. Yeah.
But he must have been very young then.
Yeah.
He was. That was what?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. Yeah.
Come on, lad. Come on,
Pepe.
All right, guys. I'm gonna check out. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah.
Cheers,
Goal
buddy.
counts. See you in the bill.
Back in a sec.
Did he score?
Oh. Yeah, it counted.
But was he offside? I don't know.
That's what I thought. But the numbers just changed on the scoreline, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't mean anything though. VAR has to look at it. So until VAR says it's a goal, it's not a goal.
All right, hold on. See, it goes what? Pepe to Odegaard to.
Why didn't Odegaard?
Oh my God! Willian got another assist. Jesus Christ! Oh, wow!
William has another assist. William is the man today. It's a Fulham game all over.
Wow! Wow!
Pepe again, man.
No, Pepe's been brilliant today. Pepe's been brilliant today. Forget about the goal. He's been brilliant today. That was a beautiful pass.
Wow!
Who needs Saka and Abba?
Oh, no, don't let Arteta tell you that, because he'll be like, yeah, we don't need him. Like, Saka, you're on the bench.
I'm so happy for him. I am so happy for him.
I'm happy for William.
Yeah, I'm happy for William too. Two players.
No. Pearl over. You don't understand. Leicester's injury record is like 15 players over the last 12 to 14 months. If you look at AFT had a stream where the blogger from Leicester showed the injury record. It's awful. We just see, because we're not following Leicester 24/7, their injury record is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Listen, their injury record is bad, but like Apollo said, like that's all part of the game. Because I remember under the Wenger era, like we used to get injuries a lot, and I always used to say, well, if we didn't have these injuries, then we would have challenged. But it just is what it is. Like this Premier League, it's
because
it's
Wenger never trained him, Miss. Wenger had them. They didn't train hard enough.
You know,
Did you hear Ramsey about Ozil? That Ozil would go to the manager's office every single day, some excuse, and then he gave him time off.
I gotta give a pre-assist, to Martin Odegaard, because plays the tightest of balls into Odegaard, and Odegaard moves it on for Willian. So I gotta give that pre-assist to Martin Odegaard. Once again, he might not be getting assists, but he's doing some stuff in the games.
No. See, the thing is, at the end of the season, he has to get assists for me. Like, if we're talking about we're going to bring him back.
I'm going to give a pre-assist to the person who passed the ball to Odegaard.
That's getting ridiculous now.
I'm going to give Leno an assist, because Leno passed to the person who passed to Odegaard, who passed to William, who scored. So we have to go all the way back.
No,
and in fact, I'm going to give Arteta an assist. Because Arteta started the team. He started Leno, who gave it to the midfielder, who gave it to Odegaard. So that's what I'm going to do going forward. I'm not going to give it to.
Hey, I think Virtual's still suffering the effects of last night's drink. Has it kicked in again?
Hey, Tony, my Knicks are doing well, so I'm a happy man. My Knicks are at
There we go.
500.
There we go.
We're at 500, so I'm a happy man.
Oh my. Oh, now we're getting injuries. Well, it doesn't look like David Luiz is serious. I don't know if it's like a head or something.
David Luiz is good in the air, by the way. Like, all those balls that come in, he's the first head that meet those balls. That's one thing with David Luiz.
Yeah.
He's always getting his head to the ball, just like how he scored today.
That's 2 for the season. To be honest, we've not had a lot of goals from our defenders.
Defenders.
Like we normally do.
No, we
Yeah.
haven't had a lot of goals for anybody except forwards. We're midfielders. Xhaka doesn't score a lot of, enough goals. Nana does El Nene. He doesn't score 10. He scored 3 or 4.
Mm.
So we don't want Xhaka in the defense, please, no. Come on, David Luiz, come back on the field.
Nah, he's got loads of defenders. He's got loads.
No, what I mean is Xhaka now, we're playing with 10 men, aren't we?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, who came on?
Oh, nah, no one else came on, did they?
No one did.
So David Luiz back on the field?
Yeah, he should be all right.
I don't see him come back yet. No, he's not back yet.
Yeah, he has to go off.
Yeah,
because
no,
he has
he's
sickness,
back.
but he's coming back on.
He's back?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's on the ball right now.
He's fine.
David Luiz is starting against next year, because he's not going anywhere. He's going to get another contract.
What do
Well,
you give
you know
him,
what?
though? Do you give him a 2-year? Do you try?
No, 1 year, 1 year. He's on a 1 year deal.
Yeah?
We're not giving 2 years to 33-year-olds.
Mm.
Only 1 year deals, rolling contracts until you because you know what? You can't afford to give him more than a year.
Well, tell me this: you give David Luiz a new another year contract, who either goes or goes back out on loan? Because when I started looking at the numbers of this centre back situation, we've got 10 centre backs, including academy players that are out on loan who have shown real promise.
He has to make decisions on Mavropanos, Chambers. There are a number of players that he has to make decisions on. You can't just keep Chambers in limbo. Chambers needs to play football. So Chambers has to make a decision, and they have to make a decision on Chambers. Chambers is a good player, a good player to have who can play right back or centre half.
But he's not going to be. I can't see him being at Arsenal next season.
Unfortunately,
we need a specialist right back to cover for a Bellerin. We need a specialist left back.
No, we don't need a right back cover for Bellerin. We need Bellerin to go. We don't need a right back to cover Bellerin.
No, Cedric will be starting. Yeah, Cedric will be the start. I think that's why we gave him, a 3-year deal, 4-year deal?
Uh-oh. Tielemans is downstretching his hamstring.
Oh,
that
my
may not
gosh.
be good. He's running now, but... Oh, no, he just got hit. He's okay.
So yeah, I mean that's going to be a huge summer clear out, a summer of negotiations. I just hope Arsenal do the right thing.
Well, Arteta said what he loves about Pep is that Pep is ruthless. So I don't think he has any affinity for. Well, he has affinity for certain players like William, but I think we're going to have some surprises of people moving out.
It's going to be all the players who we love and who we like. Nketiah will go. Reece Nelson will go. Maitland-Niles, Chambers. I think the majority of the academy players who are out on loan.
I hope we keep Willock. Willock should stay.
Yeah.
I think Willock's going to be a very good player.
Same thing. Same here. Hope he gets a chance.
Who on the fringes? I mean, when I'm looking at fringe players like Saliba and Guendouzi, which of those do you think you're most interested to see come back in?
I think he probably keeps him. If he gets Ceballos for under £20 million, he'll keep him.
Oh God, no. So listen, Ceballos is a good player, but we can't be spending 20 mil on a player when we've got more important things to be worrying about. Like, what does he do that warrants paying a fee for him?
He has Real Madrid on his resume.
Oh, that's not
No,
good
it's
enough.
not
I'm
that.
tired of that. See, no,
It's
I
not
hate
that.
that.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? Is you've invested a lot of time in developing the player. He understands the culture of the club and he understands the philosophy of Arteta.
You know
Now
what?
that has got to play a huge amount in making a decision as to whether or not you continue with him. Because what you do by not taking Ceballos next summer is you say, I'm willing to bring in somebody who doesn't know the culture, doesn't know the system, has no experience with it, might even not even played in the Premier League. Yeah, this is what you have to consider. I believe just because of those criteria, he keeps Ceballos. He's going to pay the money and say, you know what, I better the devil I know.
What the hell was that, Odegaard?
Yeah, that was awful.
That
But
was awful.
but I'm glad you said that, Tony, because this is why I've always thought why we've got players in the academy who can play in that central midfield role.
Yeah,
And in my opinion, who can do exactly what Ceballos is doing right now and knows the culture of the club. It's just really knowing Arteta's ways. I've talked about Zach Swanson before, Ben Cottrell. You got Miguel Aziz there who can make the step up, not to be a starter, but to be a backup because that's what Ceballos is.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you know,
I
like
agree.
if you're talking,
But I kind of get a feeling that he might feel a little bit uncomfortable with their rawness.
Yep.
Whereas at least Ceballos, he's a cup winner. Don't forget, he's a cup winner. He knows what success feels like. He's experienced football at the very highest level.
well, I mean,
That really
he
was a bad
he
pass by
hasn't because Real
Odegaard.
Madrid choose not to play. See, this is my frustration with Arteta. Like beggars can't be choosers right now, and if we don't, particularly if we don't get Champions League football, I don't think we can make that choice. If we do, then I don't know what the money looks like for Champions League football next year, but
Yeah,
I don't think he thinks a pressing need. I think he likes Xhaka to play with Partey. I just don't see him. You know, if Partey wasn't injured, I think we would have less concern about the midfield because he would make up for both El Neni and Xhaka. I think because Partey is injured continuously, you see the gap in the midfield is much more apparent.
yeah.
no.
Bertram, for you, the question I ask is, if you have a choice for next season between Ceballos and El Neni, who do you choose?
Neither.
Really?
If I had a choice between the two, I'd probably choose Ceballos.
Yeah.
I'd probably choose Ceballos. He gives you more. I like El Nene. Don't get me wrong. I like El Nene.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the versatility. It doesn't have the flexibility. You know, Ceballos can be creative when given the chance going forward. And he plays hard. The one thing surprised me is how well he plays. How deep he probably should play more forward. He plays hard. He works hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill him for the Benfica game. That's a one-off situation. He hasn't made a lot of mistakes all season.
So there you go. That's my belief about Ceballos. I believe you've invested a year and a half in him or 2 years, whatever, and he understands the culture. He knows the country. He knows the league. He knows the physicality. He's part of Arteta's master plan. He knows that master plan intently because he's worked with it day in, day out. Now, you know, do you then go and try to find someone to fit in that? And I agree with you, Neomis, about bringing a player up from the academy. Those players do need to be integrated, and that's why you have pre-season, so you can see your Miguel Azizes and your Dan Cottrells and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I still think at the end of the day, when the season starts and kicks off, you need a Ceballos in there, even although I don't think he's a starter.
Okay.
I take 20 million. I still think you've got 20, 30 million to play with. I still think Arsenal will spend 80 million in the summer somehow because we're gonna get 20 million easy.
Well, I guess it depends on what do we have in the summer in terms of funds. Because if let's say we only have like 40 mil in the summer, my thing is to then spend 20 of that on Ceballos, I'm like, I'm not sure. When I actually think replacing Lacazette, who I do think will be sold, is one that we need to go and sort out.
I mean, I
Pablo
keep
Ma-
trying to do.
Sorry, go
I
on.
keep trying to do the maths on how much money we can raise this summer.
Yeah,
I have pure confidence that we can raise in excess of 60 million.
I would love that.
we can. Yeah, we can.
I'd love
So
that.
long as the vaccine is working out really well and things are going back to normal, the economy's picked up.
Yeah.
I mean, between AMN, Mavropanos, Lacazette, there are a few players you can get some money for. Partey's coming on, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players, and we could, even if you sell 6 players, average 10 million a player, 60 million.
Yep. And then he's off, Partey's on.
Yeah, I guess this is probably just to kind of give him a run out.
There's gonna be a player this summer who's gonna be an Iwobi. Somebody who's
no.
go for 30
Iwobi
million.
was a gold mine.
I think
I believe we've got one.
Yeah.
Somebody this summer will be an Iwobi.
It's going to be Nketiah.
You may get 20 million for AMN if he keeps playing decent for West Brom. Because he's very versatile, right? He's a versatile player, and he's playing very much forward for West Brom. He's not even playing deep.
Yeah, he
roams. He's playing box to. He's playing box to box actually.
Yeah. Come on, Thomas.
Get rid of the ball.
I know we didn't talk about it, but it's great composure with Pablo Mari on that
yes, on the Vardy,
yeah, the Vardy chance.
He got lucky.
Because if that was Mustafi, he was immediately going to ground to take him out.
Yeah. We're playing well though. We're not turning the ball over a lot, which is good. I think that's what's so good. And we're moving the ball. Oh, he got lucky, Pepe. Sorry, he got lucky. Brilliant ball, Odegaard. Sorry. No, Cedric.
Ooh. Oh, nice little pass by Odegaard.
Yeah, Cedric just miscontrolled.
Yeah.
So who you think about at right back? Who would you like to come in at right back? We need a right back.
Well, a backup?
No, starter.
No. It's Cedric. Cedric's
we need Neomis. We need a starter.
but I don't see that happening. I'd like it. I think he's very good.
I like Max Aarons. That's just me.
Defensively, though, I think that's Bellerin 2.0, just the younger version.
Lamptey?
Well, to be honest, both. I think Lamptey's far better going forward than all three of them. For me,
how is he going back though? Lamptey's not. I don't see Lamptey the greatest defender.
He isn't. He isn't that great defensively. Max Aaron, I haven't seen much of him defensively. Max Aaron to really comment, but when he was in the Premier League, he used to get caught out a bit. I don't rate him defensively, but going forward, I think it's decent.
I'm worried about Max Aaron because he's small.
Yeah.
He is small.
He's not that fleet of foot.
Yeah.
Personally, I think we should get Ricardo from Leicester. I love Ricardo. Ricardo. I think Ricardo is ridiculously good.
Listen, I agree. I just don't think it's realistic.
I'm sure 30 mil can get us, 35 mil can get us Ricardo. You notice they put Ricardo now on they switched Thomas. You notice that Thomas. They're moving from Pepe. You don't realize that Thomas not playing against Pepe. At least the manager. At least the manager is smart enough to realize that, you know what? I don't want to play with 10 men. He switched him.
And Andrew, when do I pelt things? Like, I'm not that bad on the streams. It's only the last about 3 games that I've just been losing it.
You don't know it. Yeah, when we're losing, you're always you lose it.
Yeah, sometimes I can't help it. This is why, I try to control myself on the live stream. I try not to swear, but now it's good. You know, at least we're playing well. You know.
No, I would say you're a controlled explosion. That's what I call it.
Yes.
You know, you explode in a very small way, but you're not. You know, you're not like me, very animated, hands all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, at least we're not like AFTV where they're storming off and shouting and fighting.
Well, I could tell you one thing: if we win the Europa League and wind up in the Champions League, if there's any like buying result like 5-1 or 8-2s, like I'd absolutely lose it.
I think we should be trying to get top 4 in the Premier League. I know why people think they can't. Look. Leicester collapsed last year. Okay, teams collapse. West Ham can collapse. Leicester can collapse. All these teams can collapse, apart from Man U and probably Man City. I don't see if we win this game and up with 37 points.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to look at the table right now.
Come on, Pepe, take him down.
Yeah, we're currently 9th.
Yeah.
Above Tottenham. Whoa!
Well, they're gonna play Burnley next, so we can't say we can't. We have to wait till the end of the day. Come on, players, attack the ball! Attack the ball!
Arsenal are cruising right now. They're not attacking this. They know that they've got a difference of 2. Like Leicester have to attack now. This is actually set up for a
we need to score. I don't trust us. Look at when against we got nervous against what's the name when we played Leeds. We need to score. We're backing up. You always get to pressure the man with the ball, and we're not doing that enough. Oh, William. William, I thought it was basketball. Put a man on skates. Tony, you have to see this play, Tony.
Right.
It'll come to you. William went to the ball, stepped over, and the man went on skates. It's like a crossover. Let's not let Vardy get behind the defense. Let's play smart, manage the game, manage out the game. I'll say one thing. Under Arsene Wenger, I used to enjoy my Arsenal football because we used to win much more than we lose or draw. Since Wenger has left, I'm always on the edge of my seat, having no perspective as to how the outcome is going to be. It's crazy.
So everyone with heart conditions out there supporting Arsenal isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Was it a bit before he just got pulled back?
Yes. You don't see the player running all over the place and he went and stopped? That was the William we are used to. That's the real William. At least the one that we're used to, not the one that came from Chelsea after the Fulham game. Aubameyang is warming up, so I guess Lacazette may be coming off.
Well, with this high line that Leicester are playing right now, because they're trying to score a goal, this is perfect for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect for him.
Oh, nice ball. Thomas Partey is so cultured.
No, he's just very calm on the ball, isn't it? You play with no pressure, never under pressure, right?
Yeah. And you know, the thing with him is you feel confident you can play the ball to him even with 2-3 players around him.
Yeah, I call it playing with disdain.
It doesn't always work, but you kind of feel more confident.
Yep. I call it playing with disdain for your opponent, which is good luck. I mean, he can overdo it sometimes, and he get caught in possession. That's going to happen, but yeah. This probably will, if we win this game, it'll be the second most impressive win of the season.
Yeah.
Well, the third most impressive. We did beat Man U 1-0. When we beat Chelsea, actually, that sort of changed the perspective somewhat. The Chelsea's probably the best win, given where we were.
This is probably the second. Because I didn't think we'd win, and we're scoring goals.
And away from home, too.
Yeah.
What's that link, Apollo? What's that link that you just sent me?
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson's mad crossover. I don't even have to look at it. I just know when you said Jordan Clarkson, I've seen the clip this morning of Jordan Clarkson.
Who did he cross over?
I don't even know the player's name, but he leaves the guy like it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And the way he walks off after he just lays up the ball, it's just like, oh man, you just killed a player.
Oh, it's one of those disdainful look like go away.
Oh, he's down. Xhaka got kicked in the face.
Xhaka just play acting. Xhaka can be a drama queen when he wants to be. He's just like, he gets touched and he's dying. Oh, yes, I saw it. What was he doing? It's not really a crossover. He gave him a spin. He's a fake spin. He gave him a spin. It really wasn't a true crossover.
Yeah.
It's that Michael Jordan dunk on Patrick Ewing years ago. He stopped if he's going to play, and he just turned.
Yeah. Yeah, D-Dubs, you're right. Cedric is playing very, very well and deserves a lot of credit for today's performance. Look, I think we're going to consistently have this conversation until the end of the season about Cedric over Bellerin. And is Cedric good enough to replace Bellerin? Because we can get good money for Bellerin in the summer.
Thing is, I think Bellerin will go either way. I honestly think that's the reason why they gave Cedric this long-term deal. And Cedric will be a...
Yeah, he has a 4-year deal, doesn't he?
Yeah.
If Paris Saint-Germain want Bellerin, then there's your Iwobi. Because he's going to get 25 million for him.
Yeah.
Yep. I hope that's the case. Actually, I do hope that Paris come in for Bellerin and decides to leave.
Give it.
We thank him for his service, but I think it's time for a change.
Yeah. Yep. That would be great value. 25 million, a player we bought for nothing.
Excellent. Oh, Xhaka there with a nice tackle.
Yep, won the ball too.
Great ball from Cedric there to Pepe.
Come on, Pepe, go to the goal.
What? Oh, what were they doing? Could have been 4.
What the heck?
Oh,
what was Cedric doing?
Shoot! For crying out loud, shoot!
What happened to Cedric?
I don't know. And Pepe as well.
No, but Pepe made a brilliant pass.
Take a shot. All right, come on now.
That's a tap-in.
Come on, Pepe, now. Just shoot.
Oh, sorry. That beat Leonis. It's not a beat the ball on the ground. You chip the ball up just a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't beat with the ball on the ground. You chip it up a little bit over his foot. Then it's a good decision, I think, actually, even though he could have shot, but it was the angle was closed. I don't think you cut it there. You just chip it up a little bit. Leicester's been impotent. I mean, I don't know what Leicester's doing. They've been awful today. I mean, we've been good, but they've not been that good.
Yeah. Pepe should have had an assist for that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. I thought that was Bellerin, though. I didn't realize it was Cedric. I thought it was Bellerin.
Come on, through ball.
Naomi is just a little bit ahead of me. Good ball. Pepper should be getting that ball. Cedric is way too long, Cedric.
The last 10 minutes of the game.
I wouldn't put Aubameyang in again. I would just have him sit.
There's a deflection.
Well, Lacazette's got his goal for the game, so you know it's a good return. You know, Lacazette,
Yes.
Pepe.
What?
Lacazette, both Lacazette and Pepe have scored today, and David Luiz has scored,
And of course, Willian has got 2 assists. So
and William has been great actually.
yeah, so you this is a game that you go, yeah, job done.
William could be MOTM, I should say.
Whoa! I mean,
think about it. You think Pepe is up there, but it's between Pepe and William to me. It's between Pepe and William.
we're giving William man of the match. No, we need to look at that a little bit more intensely. It can't be. Can't be.
Think about it. Do you think it's one of those two?
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Yeah,
It's not Laka.
agree.
It's not Laka. It's not
I
Smith Rowe.
agree.
It's not Odegaard. It's not a defender. They haven't had much to do. It's not a midfielder. It's not Leno.
Shit.
You default to one of those two.
Oh, yeah, it probably is Willian. Oh, wow. Oh, what a strike by Tierney. But just not accurate. That would have been a nice goal. D-Dub said Pepe is playing well because Cedric goes on the outside to provide the width and asks questions of the opposition. When Pepe plays with Bellerin, they both cut inside. Yep, that's true.
Wow, that was a good shot by Tierney. You know, it wasn't that far away. Tierney,
Come on.
Tierney didn't have to do much today either.
So currently on who scored.
Why Laka went back with that ball? I don't understand, Neil.
Should have turned around, run, and take the shot.
He's in on goal if he turns around.
Like it's like they're scared to go and attack. Can we get 6 goals? Like, can we start slapping teams about?
Especially their top 4 team.
Yeah.
This late in the season.
So currently on who scored, Willian has the highest rating of any player on the team currently.
Yeah, kind of have to.
It's between William and Pepe.
You know, like I reward assists. Like,
no, let's not just jump to man of the match for Pepe. I think it's co-man of the match. Frankly, I see D and Apollo are saying it's Pepe. I think they both played well. Laka was captain today. Wow.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Arteta's trying to keep him in play, make him feel good.
Oh, don't worry.
Arteta trying to use that psychology on certain players.
It's not good when we give captaincy to players.
You know, look, psychology is massive in football.
Yeah.
What else have we got on the bench?
Martinelli's on the bench. I think Martinelli could have gotten a run today.
I agree.
Yeah, like why bring Abba on? Like bring on Martinelli. Like not that I have a problem with Abba, but anyway, this.
Yeah, he did.
We're still pressing this late in the game. You know, we're still pressing in the 84th minute. Which is something we don't really do actually.
We're gonna need these legs in the next couple of weeks, guaranteed.
Yeah, we got one.
It's good that we have to be able to show our ability to press for 90 minutes.
Xhaka love doing that. You come to him, he blocks you, and picks up the foul.
As soon as he feels like he must practice that.
Yeah, he does actually.
Oh,
he likes the contact. Because he does that all the time. Some players just like the physicality. You know, Xhaka think he's a bad man. Xhaka a bad man.
Greg,
all you trollers.
There's no way Arsenal could mess this up now, Greg.
So, G, we don't need your mouth on Arsenal about messing this up. Don't you hear me be quiet about that, G? I'm not saying anything about us losing. I'm not even considering that. We can mess it up, by the way. We are good at that, but I think today will be okay. I think Xhaka has had a very good game. Regardless of what 18 Cool K Apollo says, Xhaka has been immense today. I'm a Xhaka fan today. I'm a William fan today. I have no problem being a fan of my players when they play well. Big Xhaka fan today. Not in the summer, though. He needs to go in the summer. So
He ain't going anywhere.
I know he's not going anywhere. He's not a Arteta player. Yeah. But he has heart. Xhaka has heart. Can't say he doesn't have heart. He may not be the best player, but he has heart. And maybe Arteta should be man of the match today because he played William. William played well. He knew something. He knows something I don't.
Ooh, unlucky. Ooh.
Oh, Pepe. Oh, Pepe.
Yeah, that was the
you are too skillful. You're too skillful.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay, you know.
Oh, that was close.
He's got to get that on target.
What minutes are you guys on?
I'm on 86:43.
Yeah, 86:55 now.
Have you done match ratings already? No.
No.
We haven't done it yet, but we're saying that it looks like Pepe and William are up there.
Pass the ball. Oh, that's unlucky. Who was that?
Oh, G says Xhaka gets a 4 today. Nobody gets a 4 today.
No.
Nobody gets a 4 today. Nobody gets a 4.
That is really unfair.
You don't beat Leicester 3-1 at home if the score remains the same and give someone a 4. That doesn't happen unless they were totally crap.
Oh. Pepe.
Yes, Tony, you're seeing that now? You can't teach that. You can't teach that, Tony. You can't teach that. That's on the playground. You learn that.
Oh,
who got hurt? Is that Pepe?
Yeah,
he's in a lot of pain actually.
He gets a knee in his leg. It looks like
I think it's because he has no flesh. It's all bone. That's what happened. Yeah. The bone got rubbed, so he just has to. The bone got bruised. There's no meat there to cushion that. When he gets hit, it's all bone. He'll be okay.
Yeah, they put it on him though. They've done a job on him from the start of the game. To be fair.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's doing a job on them. That's why they have to hit him.
Yeah.
If you're playing in a wing back and someone just keep going by you, they have to feel your presence at some point.
Mm-hmm. El Neni was worst player. I don't think we had a worst player today.
We don't have a worst player today.
Nah.
I think everybody played well.
The lowest.
Apollo, I had to tell you this, Apollo, but in football, people give away passes.
Oh my God, not Apollo again. What is Apollo's problem with Xhaka?
because Xhaka gave him the finger.
Hold on, he's giving Xhaka a 3. No.
You know what happened? You know what happened, Nabil? He was in the middle when Xhaka was coming off. He was right in the middle, and Xhaka pointed his finger right at him.
You're too bad,
personal.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Apollo was in the crowd, and he pointed straight at Apollo. Give him a break, man. He hasn't been that bad. I mean, come on.
He hasn't.
So 2. It's multiplying. It's 2 times a number. It's 2 times a number.
You're too bad, man. You're too bad, man.
Too bad, man.
Oh.
What's that? A dead leg? That's got to be a dead leg, though, right?
Nah, he's all right. He's all right.
He should be fine.
This game is over. We went to Leicester and gave them a lesson. Totally dominated this game.
Oh, Tierney's down.
Yeah, I think he jumped with him. Yeah,
it's that. This game, I've seen a lot of players going down.
He gave a little elbow to push him off, but it's nothing.
Why is he holding his head? Is this all just an act?
I think he might be burning time.
Yeah.
89 minutes.
7 minutes of injury time.
Joking. Yeah, a lot of players went down. A lot of players went down.
What? What?
7 minutes. That's okay. Maybe we can score 2 more goals. Maybe we can score 2 more goals.
Oh God, Tierney, what are you doing?
I'm telling you, no, Tierney was just having a rest.
He's taking a
Tierney's like a player who you kick him on the left foot and they hold the right knee.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you holding your head? He just
holding his neck.
Oh.
I follow blame Jack for
Apollo is just not a Xhaka fan.
Do you know what? I'll be honest though, I kind of missed the first goal in real time. You know, Leicester's first goal, all I saw was Xhaka in that usual position of chasing down his midfield man he's never going to catch him, and they score.
Yeah.
But I can't say he was the fault because I didn't see exactly where it came from, so I'll have to have a look at that.
So
yeah, I mean, the ball was given. It shouldn't have. Look, even if you give the ball in that position on the sideline away, where's our defense? I'm sorry. Where's our defense?
Bertram, move your camera. We can't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they spoke about that, but you see, this is the thing. You know, they blamed. I think it was Martin Keown was blaming Mari, but you see what it is with Mari. Mari's is in what you call no man's land. If he goes to the ball,
he has to go to the ball.
If he goes to the ball, Vardy steps back and he's waiting for the pullback.
Yeah, but
he has to choose either the man or the ball.
You don't have to choose. You have to go to the ball. There's
Fair play.
No way, as a defender, you don't go to the ball.
Yeah, the most dangerous person is the person with the ball. The most dangerous person is the person with the ball.
But you do know, Tony. I agree with you. To be fair, I mean, all day long, I'm going to go for the ball. And you know what? I know what's going to happen. You know, you've got to try and run in a way where. But listen, you've got to try and run in a way where.
Fuzzy. Need to focus.
Me?
Yeah, I know. My camera. I'm not using my MacBook Pro camera. I'm using a different camera. It's behaving like Leicester. It's not performing well.
There we go.
It's not performing well. It's behaving like Leicester today.
There we go.
So Tony, what I was saying is, if I was playing, you're going to go to the ball. You're going to go to the ball. You're going to try and run in a sort of diagonal way that you hope that you can cut that passing lane between him and Vardy.
Yeah.
But a striker like Vardy, I mean, I tell you who's really good at it. Lacazette and Pepe, they're both really good at it. But the moment that defender steps out to go to the ball, they are going to step back so they can receive the cutback. And ultimately, they're going to score. So it's like no man's land. If you go for the ball, Vardy's going to get it. If you stay marking Vardy, to be fair, I think personally, I think I'm wrong in this, but personally, I think he made the right choice. I will be more inclined to blame Lino. You know, Yuri Tillemans has got a very acute angle. He's got to hit it across the face of the goal.
No, you can't.
No, Nabil, we're drawing at straws here. No, you got to stop. Look, the first thing Mara should do is go to the player and force him to the sideline. Force him down the line.
You ain't forcing him anywhere. No. He ain't forcing him anywhere. The moment he steps up, that ball is getting crossed. It's getting
No, that's fine. So David Luiz can come over, right? That's how you play.
Yeah.
You hope that David Luiz can come over to cover Vardy. You can't allow him to go in on goal.
Yeah.
But I don't. But what sort of position was David Luiz in?
David Luiz would have.
It was in the same vicinity. It was in the same vicinity.
All right, let me see it again.
I don't know what Mara was doing because we clog up the middle and leave the man to running and goal.
I know Martin Keown is obviously a very experienced defender, and he was very vocal. He was like, "Mari's let us down there," you know.
Yeah,
he's got to go to the ball.
He's 100% right, Nabil. He did have to close the man down. You have to take the gamble. You cannot let the man run through and get a clean strike on goal.
Yeah, on goal. It's true.
Now, what you can do, Nabil, in that case is, which what Van Dijk does well, you can jockey. So you're trying to cut off both? But you can't leave the man to run in the goal. He wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, but you're inching towards the ball. Yeah, that's what I would
exactly.
Do. I'd be conscious of what's behind me, but I want to get to the ball. Yeah, you've got to narrow his angle as well. Yeah, you're right. To be fair, like I said, I didn't see the goal in real time, so I can't really say. But, you know, I mean, what I saw was that usual picture of a midfielder a couple of yards ahead of Xhaka, and you're just thinking, there's no way Xhaka's going to catch this guy.
No. In fact, the distance was getting wider further. The distance was increasing.
Yeah, Yeah. But fair play.
Why are we under pressure now at this late in the game? Come on,
just seeing it out. I think we're just seeing it out.
We've mentally switched off.
Yeah. We've seen it out. We've seen it out.
Referee.
I mean, I'm at 95 minutes, and as far as I'm concerned, this game is over. So, according to Who Scored rankings, Willian is now man of the match. Luis comes in second, and Pepe comes in third.
Wow, they just missed a sitter.
Yeah.
Not should have scored that. That's a really bad defending, actually.
You gotta get that on target. He has time.
It's hard to miss. It's easier to score there or hit the target than to kick it over the bar.
Hey,
That's just score. We have three people going for a header. Tierney should not be going for that header. Tierney should not be going for that header. Why is Tierney there going for that header? That makes no sense. That's where you got to defend with your brain. That's where you got to defend with your brain. Why is Tierney jumping with two other Arsenal players there? He should be on the back post.
Yeah, I agree with Apollo here. The press was really good. The press, and I mean, at this stage of the season, Liverpool are running out of steam. So it looks like from playing this, this high pressing game. But you know what? It was a good pressing game from us, and it was very.
Liverpool is running out of players. Liverpool is running out of players.
Yeah, they're burning out. I think they're burning out because they've just played so high intensity for as long as Klopp's been there, taking a toll. It's taking a toll.
Actually, he's less intense than he used to be. When he first came that first season, it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
they were like Leeds. They burned out. He's just much more balanced.
Great defending from the boys just now. Was it Schengen's under? Was it loses Willian, crosses it in? Could have scored, but game's over now.
I don't know why we decided to go sit back and let them pressure us.
Yeah.
It's a very good win. This is a very good win. Let me look at the standing.
This is a good win. This is Leicester. This is Leicester. Win. Hey, mate, listen. This is Leicester, right? And it's not just Leicester. This is not our first team. These are not our best players. We don't want to. You want to start with Lacazette. You want to. I mean, Aubameyang. You want to start with Saka. You want to start with Partey. This is not our best team. So credit to the guys, man. This is a really good win.
And this is for Cool K and for 18. I'm giving Xhaka 11 today. Not giving him 7. I think 7.
Apollo, you're out of order, mate. You're out of order.
So bad.
Fair play. It's a good result, mate. 3-1 to Leicester.
Now, the best result today will be not us beating Leicester. It's if Burnley beats Spurs. That's a better result. I want Spurs to lose, so we can be closer because we'll be ahead of them, won't they?
I think it's a good. I think the best thing we can get from this game is the performance of Pepe and Willian.
Yes,
they really need big performances, and they've got it against a fairly big club in terms of position. So that's really good. I mean, they've got to be able to grow from that and build on that. Credit to Arteta as well.
We are 3 points behind. Wait, we ahead of Spurs. Wow.
Yeah.
Granted, they're 2 games. They have 2 games in hand. But
what position are we now?
Games, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
We're in 9, but we may be in 10 come end of the day today.
I can't look at the league position, mate. Honestly, I just can't. I'm just looking at performances.
Look.
We can't get anywhere near
West Ham has 45 points. We can get up there.
No, you can't. Don't be
silly.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
Where?
What do you mean silly?
We're not getting anywhere.
12 games remaining. You win all 12 games, you're in there.
Yeah, but we ain't doing that.
Points away.
We ain't doing that. Be realistic. Come on, this is Arsenal. This is us. This is in transition. Come on, man.
Hang on. West Ham have still got to play us.
The problem is Liverpool. I don't think
West Ham are on 26 points. Arsenal are on 26 points.
Liverpool.
If we get 8th place, we've done good.
We're not making top 4. We're not going to make top 4. We make top 6 though. We can make top 6.
I don't think we're making top 6. No way. No. Realistically, 8th place that's realistic. Bearing in mind the strength of the competition around us, and this is Arsenal. Just when you feel like we're on one, we're going to let you down. That's what Arsenal do.
That's what we will do.
That's what we do. Just when you think, we could get 6th place, we can get this and that.
Look, we've been playing well overall. Apart from the Villa game and the Villa game, frankly, we should have beaten Wolves. Wolves game we gave away basically. Man City we were in the game. Villa we didn't play well, but apart from that, if you go back to the Chelsea game, we played well.
Our history is those games. That's part of our DNA. Those games where you think we should win that, we could win that. If we do win it, we'll get something, and that's the game that we're going to lose.
Yeah.
That's the game we're going to lose, man. Fair play though. You know, I'm not moaning. I'm like I said, my expectations are well and truly managed for this term. You know, even if we finish 10th place, I'm not bothered. I'm just really looking forward to next term when Arteta's had his chance to put the team together, party, maybe over his injuries. Who's going to be our main centre back pairing? You know, when he's really had enough time, and maybe a transfer window, maybe get some bodies out the door. I think next term will be good. I really do.
So the next 3 games in the league are Burnley, Tottenham away, West Ham away.
All winnable.
Oh, tough. Well, Burnley's not so tough.
He's offside. He's offside.
What are we watching now?
Spurs versus Burnley. It looks offside to me. They scored already, by the way.
What's the score there?
We're 1:22 into the game, and Burnley and Spurs just scored. Bale just scored, but they have to check for offside. They switched off though.
Guys, let's do the player ratings. So Apollo's ratings are up. I'm happy to read them out. He's given Leno 6.
Oh, he scored. He scored.
Cedric 7. Mari 4. Really, Apollo? Mari just 4. Louise 7. Tierney 7. El Neni 5. Xhaka 4. Willian 7.5. Smith Rowe 6. Pepe 8, man of the match. And Lacazette 7. I would like to see a mark for Odegaard because he came on at half time, right?
Yeah, he came on just after.
Yeah,
just after.
And he got a key pass going.
Yeah.
All right, so Neomis, what's your ratings? Keep your ratings up, Apollo.
You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry, guys. Was it Leno? I'll give a 6. I thought he was pretty solid today. Suarez, I'm actually going to give a 7. I thought he was really good, solid defensively. Like nothing I could kind of really complain about. Good going forward. Mari, I'm going to give a 5.5. For a lot of the things that we've talked about. For the Leicester goal, I definitely think he was at fault. Should have been able to kind of get there quicker. And there were times in the game just a little bit out of position, but for the most part, it was an okay performance from him. But you know, you got to think this is probably him just kind of coming back, trying to get back up to kind of full fitness. Louise, I'm going to give him a 7.5 as well. Defensively, I thought he was really solid. Dealt with a lot of clearances. Got the first goal when it was starting to look like it wasn't going to be Arsenal's day, and was trying to create chances for our Pepe on the right. Just an overall nice performance from him. Tierney, I'm going to give him a 6.5. Wanted a little bit more, but still a good performance from him. I just think that there were too many other players that I felt that deserve a lot more credit throughout the game. But yeah, a good solid performance from him. El Nene, I'm going to give a 5. Again, no, I'm going to give El Nene a 5.5. I thought it was a pretty good solid performance. Just again, my things of criticism on Nene are just to deal with who El Nene is. I just think he's pretty slow. And his partner, Granit Xhaka, I'm going to give a 6. I think he was slightly better than El Nene. My criticisms of him just come for the fact that he's slow, and I felt that he was definitely at fault for the goal. And El Nene probably should have covered him a lot more for that first Leicester goal. But I think there were moments in the game that Granit Xhaka did kind of make up for it slightly. Willian, for me, is my man of the match. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I thought he was really good. And when you think of how terrible he's been all season, you know, you got to say that he's deserved it. 2 assists. And probably could have gotten more assists out of the game. Smith Rowe, I'm going to give a 5.5. Just a little bit non-existent. Didn't really see what he was doing on the pitch. I don't know if it's just that he was tired. So for me, he gets a 5.5. Pepe, I'm going to give an 8. I thought he had a really good game. Obviously, got a goal. Was just causing that Leicester defense nothing but problems all game. Really good performance from him. I just hope he gets more game time. Lacazette, I'm going to also give a 7. Got his goal. Worked hard for the team. And you just want to see him get games as well. And Arteta, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. I thought the starting lineup was different. I didn't think we would make so many changes, but he got it right. And I have nothing really to complain about except for the fact that I probably would have bring on Martinelli instead of Aubameyang just for a game time. But I thought overall he has managed this game well and brought on the right players. And that's it for me. Over to
Nabil?
you.
Yeah. So thanks for that, Miss.
Mhm.
Kind of agree with most of them. So Lino, Lino, not much to do. I would have liked him. I would have liked to see him stop that the shot from what's his face, Tielemans.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd stick with a 6. Got past him. Cedric Suarez, not his best game. Not his best game. So I saw a couple of things that he wasn't doing too well, but again, he stayed with the team. You know, he stayed with that level of team performance. So I think I'll give him a 6.5. I don't think it was bad. Mari, yeah, no, questionable to blame, not to blame for the goal. But apart from that, he part of the defense that kept a good performance, not letting in any more. So yeah, Mari gets a 6.5 as well from me. David Luiz got a goal, and I think he's our best defender. Simple as that. People have got so much to say about him. I'm just not sure why. Of course, he makes mistakes, but do they always sort of miss out on performances like this? For me, David Luiz getting a goal as well. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8. I'll give it David Luiz an 8. Tierney, again, I think he was solid all round. I'll give him a 7.5. Tierney. El Neni, didn't see him put a foot wrong, to be fair. Done his job. Park, 7 for me. He gets a 7. Xhaka, saw him give away the ball a couple of times. Again, looking slow for the goal, but it was a great team performance for me, a really good team performance. So for Xhaka, I think I'm going to give him a 6.5, I'm going to give him a 6. It's quite fair and generous. I'll give him a 6. Willian was man of the match. I'm even watching now, and I just can't think of a time when he put a foot wrong. Every decision he made was the right one. He is probably technically the best player at Arsenal all round. When you think about the all-round game, he's the best player at Arsenal. He's got the most experience as well. And for the first time, he looked that way. I'm going to give him 8.5, 8.5 out of 10. Smith Rowe, I can't really give him a mark because, all right, before he came off, he was about a 7. Pepe, again, just like Naomi said, he gave them problems all game. They just wouldn't stop fouling him. That seemed like the only way to stop him. He made a couple of poor decisions in my opinion, but that's his game. That's what he does. I don't know how Arteta's going to deal with that, but on today's performance, I've got to give him a 7.5. Lacazette. What Lacazette done well, I mean, I hear Bertrand singing his praises a lot for this, and sometimes I do take it for granted. But from the first minute, he was dropping back into the hole, and he was acting like a flipping holding midfielder, just getting his body all around players. Our second goal, I believe it was, that really worked goal. That started with Lacazette dropping into the centre of the park, getting in and around the ball, muscling people off the ball out of the way, being a real bully, a real handful in the middle of the pitch, and that led to that ball being swept out wide. I think it was to Pepe, I'm not sure, but that's where it started. And a lot of the time, we don't give a lot of marks for that or give a lot of ratings for that, but he done that so well today. So I'm going to give him a 7.4. I'm going to give him an 8 today, actually. I'm going to give Lacazette an 8. He got his penalty, tucked it in well as well. Beautiful strike for the penalty, so I'm going to give him an 8. Odegaard came on, and he showed some really nice quick feet, some good touches. I'm going to give him a 7. 7.5, actually, because he got a key pass in for the goal. And Mikel Arteta, management-wise, for this particular game, they're playing a top 4 side. They've lived in the top 4 all season. You know, we've just come out of Europa League on a Thursday. We've had to rest all our top players. We're bringing in players that we slag off every single week in Willian and Pepe and the like. And he got a tune out of them. So for me, that's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, good.
Tony?
Yeah, I like your votes, the Bill. So Leno gets 6.5 out for me. Cedric gets a 7. Mari gets a. I'll give Mari a 6. Give Louise 7.5. Tierney 7. El Neni gets 6. Shaka gets 7. Willian gets 8.5. Smith Rowe gets 5. Pepe gets 8.5. Lacazette, I'm giving an 8. Odegaard, I'm giving a 7. And Arteta, I'm giving him a 9.
Anyone else? Right? So my grades, I give Leno a 6. I didn't think he had much to do. I don't think he could have saved that goal. Didn't have much to do today. I'm going to give Cedric a 6.5. I thought he played well. I thought he played composed. I thought he got Pepe involved in the game quite a bit, which Pepe doesn't normally get enough balls to demonstrate his capabilities. So I thought Cedric played well. I gave David Luiz an 8. I don't think David Luiz put a foot wrong today. And he scored, which, you know, is very, very important, actually, and got us off and running because you want that first goal to get your confidence back after you gave up an early goal. I gave Mari a 6. I thought on balance, that first goal, he could have been better positioned, but it's also hard just to blame one player for the firm. I think it's a team situation that a lot of goals that happened between Xhaka, William, and eventually Mari's positioning. So I gave him a 6. I thought he played okay. I gave Tierney a 6.5. I don't think normally Tierney is much more involved in the game. Not his fault. I thought he played decent, but I didn't see where he played, say, better than Cedric, for example, given where they are in the game. I thought it was pretty even in terms of their performance in comparison. I gave Xhaka a 6.5. All the Xhaka haters out there, I thought he gave away a few balls, but you know what? Players give away balls. I'm sorry. That's what you do in football. You try to make a pass, try to be cute with your pass, and you're going to turn the ball over. Nobody's perfect. I thought
Greg G.
He puts a foot in, he had quite a bit of tackle, quite a bit of blocks. So I thought he played decent. And then he gave a 6.5 also. Look, you can say what about El Neni. He did the job he was put on the field to do, which is clog up the hole, don't lose the ball, be composed, be in front of players so they, you can divert them. He did what he was supposed to do. I gave Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe is the one player today I thought just wasn't up in the game. I actually gave him a 4.5. I run to a 5. Because when you win 3-1 against a good team, you shouldn't give it a 1 unless they're really, really bad. So I gave him a 5 grade today. I didn't think Smith Rowe was in the game at all, frankly. And when he got injured and Odegaard came in, you saw a little bit of a difference. I don't think Odegaard was great anyway. He was good, but he wasn't great. Oh, Kane just scored a worldie. Well, not a worldie. Keeper was awful. Kane just scored. It's 2-0. This is going to be about 10 today. Anyway, I hate to digress. It's pretty bad, actually. I gave Lacazette a 7.5. Look, I don't think if you watch Lacazette play over the years, he's a great holo player. He's not a good holo player. He's a great holo player, just like a Giroud. The ball goes into him and it sticks, and he holds it up no matter who's around him, and he makes a good pass. That's why kids like to play off him, because he also plays the ball at the right pace off him. And actually, Lacazette has the second most. No, he has the most fouls on our team, the most yellows, frankly. He does foul a bit. He tackles like a forward. He doesn't know how to tackle. But he's putting a foot in. That's why he gets some of the yellow cards. I gave Pepe an 8.5. What people don't realize with Pepe is that Leicester had to change how they construct their defense to mark Pepe today.
Yeah, they did.
Thomas was moved from the left to the right. So you have to have 2 or 3 players, then converge on one player. It creates space for other players. So he changed how they set up their defense today, just because of how much he was going by the wing back, the left back. I gave William also.
Sorry to interrupt you, Bertram. Just got to say, Keynes was not a worldie. The goalkeeper was at fault.
No, he's at fault. I'm sorry.
He took a deflection as well.
Yeah. He should have said good shot though from a close angle.
Yeah.
Power on it. And I gave William an 8.5 also. I think it was co-man of the match between Pepe and William. I gave Odegaard a 6. I didn't think Odegaard overly affected the game. I thought he played decent.
Yeah.
I don't think he affected the game. I gave him a grade because he came on real late. I gave Arteta 8. I think Arteta did a very good job in terms of there are probably a lot of complaints before the match started about playing William, making some of the changes. I thought some of the changes were justified. But he's also showing confidence in his players. One thing you want as a player, if you're a good player and you've been good in the past, you want some confidence from your manager. And you get the entire team then to feel good about themselves. And you build up that camaraderie. You build up morale. And you want that in your team. You just don't want to just play the players who play all the time. You burn them out and have the injuries that we're seeing with all the other teams when you overplay players. So, and it justifies itself. Even though I'm contradicting myself with the William against Benfica. The end justified the mean today. I didn't think the end justified the mean when he played William against Benfica, given where we were. Well, look, William, we know, as Nabil always says, is a very good player. I don't think he's Arsenal's best round player, actually. I think that's Partey, frankly. But I do think that William is a very good player who has not had a good season. And hopefully, this performance, just like it should have after the Fulham game, will spring him forward. And Arteta will make it more difficult for Arteta to pick his team. Right now, Arteta's team is easy to pick, given how we've been playing. I want to see Martinelli get more game time. I'm thinking he must be very despondent that he hasn't even gotten a 20-minute run in a game we win in 3-1. But hopefully he'll get more game time. And the team will be well-rounded. And as you guys are saying, the most important thing is, how do we prepare for 20, 21, 22 season? This should be a springboard for that season because right now, as Nabil is rightly saying, top 4 may not be achievable. The only chance we have in the Europa League, and even that's very difficult to win, given the quality of the teams that's remaining. So we got to prepare the team, blood these guys in for next season, so we can actually have a realistic chance of progressing up the table. But it's a very good win. Very good win.
You want to read those out?
Yep. Cool K says Leno a 6, Soares a 7. Before we get to Cool K, I'm not going to close my eyes and say Xhaka doesn't get more than a 5. But anyway, Leno a 6, Soares 7, and then it's like Xhaka 4. Okay, you're consistent in your lack of objectivity, but you're consistent. I'll say that much. William 8, Smith Rowe 5, Pepe 8.5, Laka 7. So here's my point. I'm not sure you give Smith Rowe a higher grade than you give Xhaka gave his performance.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You are absolutely smoking pot if you think that Smith Rowe outperformed Granit Xhaka today.
Like he wasn't even on the pitch for that long.
It's really good pot too. It's not just normal every day. It's not a smoke pot. It has to be that real stuff that makes you blanked out. Anyway, I don't smoke pot, but I'm just saying. Nike saying Leno 7, Soares 7, Morris 6, David Luiz 8, Tierney 7, El Neni 6, Xhaka 5, William 8, Smith Rowe 5, Pepe 8, and Laka 7. Those are good grades actually. Apart from the Xhaka, I'd probably give him a little bit higher grade, but apart from that, I think
you look at the people who are voting that El Neni had a better game than Xhaka, but El Neni got substituted.
Yeah, I don't think he had a better game. I think, look, we're not giving credence or giving any perspective on your defensive game. All we're focusing on is you made a few bad passes and how you may look offensively. He played well defensively. He gave the goal wasn't.
He made some tackles. He made some tackles today that were clean out tackles. You took out the ball. The man was out of the play, and you created, an opportunity to go again.
Oh, he drew a few fouls. He slowed the game down by drawing fouls. He got like 3 or 4 fouls he drew. Yeah.
I think sometimes that's the way it is. I think managers do see and give credit for things that we don't. For me personally, I like the way El Neni gets around that midfield. He gets about, and when he does get the ball, and also when we need to have some passing triangles. just
Yes.
to sort of pass it out of defence or whatever. He's a good option. He's nice and easy on the ball. So for me, I get more attracted to that than what I do see with Xhaka. But I do know that Xhaka obviously, he does put it about a bit. But for me today, I feel like based on what I saw, El Noni had a better game than Xhaka. I just felt that.
Yeah. G says Leno 5. So before we go to G, I'm curious what Xhaka grade is. I want to say I'm blocking my screen actually. So Leno 5, Soares 6.5, Mari 5, David Luiz 7, Tierney 6, El Neni 6, Xhaka 5, William 8, Smith Rowe 5, Pepe 8. Like I said, 6.5. So G's numbers actually are pretty consistent.
Yeah.
I would probably raise them up by 1 or 2 just because we beat Leicester away from home 3-1. So
3-1, guys.
3-1 away from home. I could have scored more, frankly. We could have scored more goals.
Yeah. When you look at those marks, you kind of think, did we draw? Because if you play a top 4 team and you draw, you can get 60s. You can get 60s, 5s, and 6s. But when you beat the team in their home, their house,
dominate them, not just beat them.
These guys are hard, man. I'm looking at these 5s and these 6s. I'm thinking, you guys are hard to please, boy. What did we do wrong?
And we scored 3 goals. We gave up early goal. And and they're still giving 4s and 5s.
But you give away an early goal and then the rest of your game is okay. You're still going to give them a 5. I don't know.
Smith Rowe wasn't in the game at all. He didn't contribute.
But before he came off, I thought he had some nice touches. You see, the thing is, I was going to go to this a bit later because you spoke about Emil Smith Rowe and him not doing enough or what you kind of expect in that number 10 role. I'm not sure if I'm convinced with Emil Smith Rowe as a player. I really like him. His ability is there for all to see. He looks like he might fall into, if he's not managed right, he might fall into that Jesse Lingard kind of space or Dele Alli sort of space where you're just really decent players, but you don't seem to fit into any specific definitive position. Because when I see Odegaard jump into that number 10, you might not see a lot, but I see number 10 play. You understand what I'm saying, Chu? I see that little, just like on Thursday. Hold on, just like on Thursday, that little dink ball for Aubameyang, even though Abba was offside, that's just exquisite number 10 play, and I don't see enough of that from Emil Smith Rowe. I see the touches, I see the movement, I see the way he gets about, but for me, he doesn't play like a number 10. Odegaard does.
I think what you're saying, Nabil, is that ball behind the defense, Smith Rowe doesn't do that enough. So that ball between the left back and the left centre back, or that ball just over the top to get the forward in behind. That timing, that pace on the ball, that ball that split the defense, he doesn't do that enough.
Can I just say something real quick as well? Yeah. Again, because I wasn't here on Thursday. You saw that pass from Saka to Alba to get that goal.
Yes.
Did you see how Odegaard opened the space up for that ball? Bellerin was sitting. What was he doing? He's sitting on his hands or something, and Odegaard pointed down to the flank. Go down that flank. When you go down that flank, you bring that player with you. It opens up that channel for Saka to play into. That is that type of number 10 thinking and play. Even though you're not even on the ball, you've barely touched the ball, but you're opening up. That's what I like about Odegaard. His quick feet, the way he sits in that between the defenders and in that final third. And you can see him trying to unlock. I don't see that from Smith Rowe. I see him as a great player in and around. I think this is what I like about Arteta. I think when you see Smith Rowe coming off the left and influencing the game and playing, that's how I like to see him. I don't like to see him in that number 10 role. I see Odegaard as a better player in that role.
I don't disagree. I think Smith Rowe is very athletic. He's very mobile. He has good touches. That killer pass that you want from your number 10, he doesn't do the killer pass. That's the problem. That killer pass between the splitting the defense is his challenge.
Good player, though.
But we have seen that. We have seen that from him because he has got assists. He has got some very intricate play with Saka. And let's be honest, he's not a left winger.
No,
we know that.
Definitely
he's not a left winger. His best position is number 10. So, look, we know that with young players, it comes and goes. Obviously, Saka is different gravy. He's different he's built different. But with Smith Rowe, he's going to get there because we've already seen He's got that ability.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can see it. He can see a
Oh,
pass.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, we just need to nurture him. Trust
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to be our 10. He's going to be our 10.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I'm not convinced that is going to be the case.
I'm convinced.
I don't know. I don't know where he's going to figure in. He's definitely going to have a role to play. He might literally take up that. And this is the
It
thing.
could
What I
only
like.
be a 10. He has no other position in the team. Where else would you play him?
He's not my number 10. If I'm manager, and I'm picking number 10, just based on what I've seen on the past couple of games, I'm picking Odegaard all day long, every day. That's just me, because what I want from a number 10, I see it in him. It in him.
Tony, that's the reason why I think Arteta went and got Odegaard, right? So you gotta make what manager makes a decision, right? Now you need cover in every position. But here's what happened. You've seen Smith Rowe. He looks really good, especially when you play with Laka and Saka, that combination. Yes. The combination is still not, I pick a ball up, middle of the park, or I pick a ball up in the opponent's half. I turn. I see the space behind the defense. I make a pass at the right pace. You just run onto it. You don't have to break your stride. You don't have to miss control. And you put the ball to the goal. That's what he's missing. That's an imperative when you play the 10. That's what Ozil did really well. Pass at the right pace where you can't see the pass. You and I can't see it, but it's there and it's split the defense. That's not there yet.
Weight of the pass is so underestimated in football nowadays. The weight of the pass. I've seen so many times where we've played that final ball and the weight is just not right. The player misses a sitter and everybody's on the player's back, the striker's back, because he misses a sitter, but they didn't really see the weight of the pass, just wasn't that right. Ozil and players like that, they do it for fun. They just do it with their eyes closed, and it's so difficult, and it's not really respected. It's not given the proper respect in football. I see that in Odegaard. If we can get him for next season, I'll be very happy. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. When I really look at it, when you look at it player for player, all-round ability, I wouldn't be surprised if Emil Smith-Rowe is better. He can do a lot more. But that's the thing. When I see him coming off the left, that's when I like him. That's why I brought up Jesse Lingard and Dele Alli, because they are not number 10s. They are not sit in the hole number 10s. But they ain't wingers either. You know what I'm saying?
What I was saying, Bill, is that what you've got with Emil Smith-Rowe is you have the potential. Yeah, we've seen that he can play that 10, but he's going to get better. You know, look, last season he was playing at Huddersfield. That's what you got to remember. True, last season he was playing at Huddersfield. He was their player of the season. Huddersfield, this year he's playing at Arsenal in the Europa Cup.
Yeah.
The step up is massive.
Yeah.
So he's going to have highs and lows.
Yep.
But I see something in him that tells me long term he's going to be a killer.
Okay, yeah, I see it too.
I think Saka can play the 10.
He can play anywhere. He can play anywhere, Saka.
He can play the 10.
I agree.
And you can bring Pepe on and give Pepe. If you have, and he's play. The thing about 10 nowadays is 10 is not traditional old 10 where you play like Ozil. You play one way. You got to play both. You got to play. Smith-Rowe plays defense. Smith-Rowe come back and help. So does Saka. Ozil did. That's probably the problem with Ozil, which is you can't play with 10 players on defense. People are too good. Teams are too good to this football to play with 10 players. Smith-Rowe comes back and help. So does Saka. Will do that because he's played left back. He's played right back. He's played everywhere. He can make that pass in between the lines.
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
he showed that. He showed that a couple of times. You know, like I said, and that's where I see. That's the thing with Emil Smith-Rowe. I see him like the Saka now, coming off the flank, coming off the channels, and affecting the play. You know, on the inside rights or the inside lefts, not just slap bang in the middle. That's what I just see that. I mean, to be fair, before today's game, having seen Willian and Pepe, you know, I would have said that's a nail on. I would have said left and right is on then Emil Smith-Rowe and Saka's position. Saka's position. Saka on the right, Emil Smith-Rowe on the left, Odegaard in the middle. That for me, I think is our best team with Alba up front. That's the best I've seen us play when it's played like that. But you know, I don't know. They're not, like you said. Emil Smith-Rowe isn't a dedicated. He's not a winger for sure. He's not a flank player. But that's just where he looks best.
Yeah, I do think Pepe had a number of good games before the Man City game when he got dropped. He got dropped at a time when he was playing really well. Yeah, which wasn't fair to Pepe. Frankly, he was playing well before that. he was oblivious in the Man City game, but so was everyone else, frankly. So I did think it was a bit harsh on him not to give the same continuity of games that other players have been afforded, even like Abba, frankly. So at the end of the day, I do think if these players like Willian and Pepe produce based on their reputation prior to coming and joining Arsenal, then we'd be in good shape. At least up front, we still got to shore up the middle and the right back, frankly. That's my view. And we need a left back cover because we don't have a cover for Tierney.
You might want to read out some comments.
Victor says Saka is utility play. Time he played left back is a utility player to play time. Saka is a left back. Whoa! Oh no! Bro, Spurs have scored again. This is just not good.
It's no surprise. Burnley are weak this game. They should be 5 up by now. They should be 5-0 up. I've been watching and I'm looking at this game. Spurs are ripping them apart.
Yeah, they've been awful. They've been awful, actually. It's a good goal, though. But they're poor.
Can I just say, Cool K has asked, I don't know if you've read this out already, but Cool K has asked, and this is an interesting debate right now, so what do we do now with Pepe? Saka has been our best right wing this season. Do you play Saka elsewhere?
Nope.
Pepe on the left, with Saka on the right?
Saka is a starter.
Yes.
Or continue dropping Pepe in favour of Saka? And I'd add on to that question, if you're going to play Saka on the right, which I think makes sense because that's where he's performing, who do you play on the left? Because Willian's just thrown his hat into the ring as well.
Oh,
I think you play. I think.
Huh?
He's going to play Willian on the left. He's going to
Pepe
use.
is a better player on the left than he is on the right.
So who do you play, Pepe or Willian on the left?
I would play Pepe all day.
Let me make it a bit more tricky. Emil Smith-Rowe is fit. Martinelli is fit. Now, Saka's taken that right wing position and it's his. Who plays on the left?
Pepe.
Oh, nice. Yeah, ahead of Willian.
Smith-Rowe and Odegaard exchange.
Arteta will play Willian.
Ahead of
Smith-Rowe, William. Yeah.
Arteta will play Willian.
Ahead of Smith-Rowe, ahead of Martinelli, ahead of everyone.
Yes.
Pepe, yeah?
Yes. Pepe, yes.
Pepe.
Yep.
What do you say, Neomis?
No, Arteta will play Willian.
No, you. What do you say? Who should play?
Oh, I'd play Pepe, but
on the left, yeah?
Yeah, I'd play Pepe on the left.
Cool.
I'd play Pepe because I've seen Pepe's progress.
Yeah, I mean, Nabil, the way I look at it is, how are you not playing a player who's got so many goals and so many assists this season?
Fair play.
It's simple.
I mean, I got to say, Willian gets the...
As good as Saka is, he's still behind Pepe in the goal ranks.
Yeah, but then again, it's not his first... Is he, who's ahead in the assists?
Saka. And then
I think that's his job. The assists is his job.
No. As a winger, no. I'm sorry. In today's football,
no.
Priority. No, I'm sorry. Nabil, sorry. We only have one goal scorer, Nabil. That's Abba. So if you say winger doesn't score, that means Pepe shouldn't score either. Then nobody's scoring because midfield doesn't score. Midfield doesn't score. Then who scores?
No, I hear what you're saying. It's like, for me personally, for my wingers, I would say I give them 5 for assists and 4. I'm talking points. 5 points for assists, 4 points for goals. They've got to get my striker scoring. Yeah, they've got to get my striker scoring. Yeah.
No. In today's football, let me say again. Today's
goals
football,
ahead of assists. No, I want my striker. Don't get me wrong.
It depends on position.
Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about for us, the way we play in our 4-2-3-1, because these guys ain't pure wingers. They're like left attack and right attack midfielders.
Okay.
For me, hold on. And you know what else it is? I'm not gonna swing it just on goals and assists, right? It's about giving away the ball. It's about retaining the ball. It's about build-up play, and that's why Saka will always be ahead of Pepe. Pepe can put your team in trouble. He put your team in trouble. He done it today.
Yes.
He'll lose the ball in a position where and everybody's running back. That's what he does.
Nabil, that's my point earlier, Nabil, which is look at his last 5 or so games. He's got the message.
Yes.
He's now passing back more. He's now moving more. He's not giving the ball away like he used to, like Sanchez. Like I compare him to Sanchez.
Yeah.
Sanchez got away with murder with Wenger because he knows if he loses it 100 times, he's still going to play.
Yeah,
Pepe is realizing I can't. That's why Willian plays over Pepe. Because Willian runs back defensively and he doesn't really give the ball away a ton.
Doesn't give the ball away. He doesn't give the ball away.
And he runs back and he plays defense. Pepe wasn't playing defense or running or losing the ball a lot. That's changed over his last 4 or 5 games before the Man City game. That's the difference. So if you go forward, and Nabil, think about it. Salah and Mane have changed how we think about wingers fundamentally. Change it. So Firmino now plays 9 and 10 role. And the wingers are scoring for Liverpool. They've changed that concept, right? Okay. Sterling scores a lot of goals now. Wasn't scoring before. Mahrez has to score, not just Aguero.
Stop. Exactly my point. Stop. Absolutely nothing on the head.
I'm going to say, just real quick, all my only disclaimer to that, because you are 100% right in that, but that is 4-3-3. Not 4-2-3-1.
No, but
in a 4-2-3-1, they are attack midfielders. In a 4-3-3, they are wing forwards, especially in Liverpool style. That's like the France team style, where Firmino plays like a Giroud. He's like a foil for those wingers to get in. Mbappe and Griezmann, they get in and they score. Who wants Mbappe to provide assists? Who wants Griezmann to provide assists?
No, Billy, you're making your argument. No,
it has to be fluid.
Bro, listen, I'm going to say it one more time. 4-3-3, they are wing forwards. 4-2-3-1, they are they are left and right attack midfielders. Saka is playing a left or right attack midfielder. Play him in a 4-3-3 and I want goals from him.
Nabil, answer me this question. What position does Lionel Messi play?
Oh, anywhere you bloody well want.
Is he the striker? Is he the striker?
I don't listen. I tell you what. Funny you should say that because I've actually started to get a renewed interest in Lionel Messi because I just got fed up of watching him before. But like me personally, my favorite position for Lionel Messi was in a left or right attack midfield when he's just ripping it from the final third into the box, dribbling and scoring. Nowadays, when I see him, I'm thinking, right, is he playing centre forward? Is he playing like a right striker, a left striker? He just plays where he wants, as close as he can to goal to get more goals in. I just can't. He
plays one way. He only plays going forward.
Facing forward.
And so he plays anywhere he wants to play. I agree with that.
He
plays anywhere he wants to play. He doesn't play defense at all. In fact, he just waves them away.
Listen, let me tell you, Saka, and you know what?
He never plays up top. You've made the
right point. You've made the right analogy in calling Messi into it. I'm telling you why. Because for me and Arsenal, Saka plays where he wants, whether it's left, right, wing forward, wing attack. That's where he plays. I'm thinking about him. But if for us, I don't think we can play that 4-3-3. I just don't think we can play that 4-3-3. I'll tell you why. Because unless you're going to play Lacazette in that number 9, and I wouldn't, because Alba has to start in that number 9 in his form. Pepe, Saka. Yes, I believe they can. They can play in that wing foot like like Salah and like Mane. I believe they can do it, but we're not playing that way right now. Don't get me wrong, Saka and Pepe. I'm sold on that. I'm sold on it. I'd go for it. I wouldn't rule it out. But that's why I asked the question, because I don't know who I'd pick based on the way Willian played today. I think he'd be ahead of Pepe, to be honest.
No, I thought they were a co-man of the match. I think Pepe is so dangerous. I think if you use Pepe the right way and he plays within himself, not try to overdo it, he creates so much pressure on the defense. He's like a Zaha and a Grealish. You have to play 2 people to cover him if he's really on his game, and he's always going to get a penalty here or there, right? You can't tackle. Look at St. Maximin. You can't tackle him in the box because you give away a penalty. So now you're backing up. Now your defense have to come over. Now you create more space for others. He hasn't done that really well since he came. He played his own way in France. He dribbles when he wants to. He loses the ball. He doesn't run back. And Arteta got fed up. Now he's learning that to play, I have to be a complete player. The only player on our team that doesn't play complete is Abba. Because Abba plays when he wants to.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you read out this comment, Bertram? Bertram, you should make arrangements for Apollo. This is Andrew Roach. Bertram, you should make arrangements for Apollo and Xhaka to have a heart-to-heart conversation. You can be mediator. Mate, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I should actually. I'll think of. I'll call Xhaka. I'll call my friend Xhaka. I'll text him.
It's
Cool
like
K is
marriage therapy.
yeah, like Cool K has also asked, or stated the gulf in quality between Bellerin and Cedric is massive. Do we agree on that? Who would you pick, Bellerin
No.
or Cedric?
It's
not
not
massive.
quality. It's just skill set. It's what it really comes down to.
It's not
Who
massive.
would you pick, Neomis?
I'd pick Cedric because for me he's a better all-round player. You could just play him like you could play him as a wing back and you could play him in a 4. Whilst for me, Bellerin, he only works properly in a wing back position. Then you utilize all his strengths.
And Bellerin blows hot and cold, whereas Cedric, he gives you a kind of level. He gives you a specific level of play.
Exactly.
Sometimes Bellerin, like the last time when he scored that game that he scored, it wasn't just the goal. I thought his play was brilliant. But then you see him again and he's all over the place and you think, what's going on in this guy's head? It's not as if you've changed position or anything. Step playing in the same position, but the difference between, your play, it's just it's too random.
Completely agree.
We need better right back. We need a better right back. I'm not convinced with either because if you want to be an elite team, and you look at Man City, how they keep changing players, we don't have that money to do that. You have to get it right the first time. Either Bellerin or Cedric, to me, are at that place where you say, you know what, they're elite. You need elite players in every position, at a minimum.
Yeah.
And they're not elite.
But we're so far away from that.
You can see Tierney becoming elite. Tierney's to be a better defender. Tierney's not a good defender when he plays the elite players.
Tierney is such a good buy. He's an
excellent buy. He's excellent going forward. He works hard. He plays both ways. But I think when he played Amare, now look, those players are difficult to play against. I want to see him like how AMN plays those players to really be what I consider elite, right? Exceptional. He's very, very good, but he struggles with the very good players. The Mahrez, the St. Maximin, the Traores of the world. Now, they're difficult to play, don't get me wrong. But if you want to be an Ashley Cole type player, you got to be able to play against those players. What
about you, Tony? Who do you like, Bellerin or Cedric?
I think the difference is very slim. I mean, I've tended to prefer the offensive work of Bellerin, but I like Cedric. He's tidy. I kind of look at like the archetypal player as Trent Alexander, but even Trent right now defensively is poor.
He's always been.
He's not a natural defender.
He's always been poor.
He's not a natural defender.
I disagree with that. He's missing.
He's always been poor defensively. Nabil,
not poor. Not
I
poor.
watched him play
But
Lazio 3 years ago, and I watched him against Lazio, and I'm saying to myself, he was. If you didn't see him play for the first time, the worst right back ever. His offensive game is so great, not good, great. It covers up when you have Henderson, all those players covering up. Your mistakes don't seem apparent. When he gets isolated, just watch him. Positionally, is awful. And this year, it's becoming more prominent because they have lost all that defensive cover. Van Dijk, Gomez, Henderson, Fabinho covers up all the defensive frailties. Now he gets shown up more and more. He doesn't have the cover. It's very apparent. Offensively, he's awful. He should be a midfielder, a right midfielder, not a right back.
Yeah.
Someone, I think it was Greg G was saying Martinelli has been robbed at the moment. Would you agree with that, or would you just think the competition's been really tight for the left back?
Competition is tough, but Arteta needs to find a way to give this guy minutes.
Yeah.
Look, if he didn't think he would get a chance today, he should have played the under-23 game yesterday with
fair play
with Reece Nelson. He should have played that game.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with his injury though. I mean, how's he coming? I don't know.
He's 100% back.
He's healthy.
He's 100% back.
And you know what? I don't know if you've noticed in the group, but there's a guy, Danny Bones and stuff, and like I've listened to him, and one of the main he's very vocal about is the man management, and the treatment of some players. Saliba being one, obviously Guendouzi being another one. But if there's one thing I will say about Arteta is that I don't care. Well, I do care, but I mean, do great things with Arsenal, but do not ruin Martinelli. Because when we all saw Martinelli last season, the whole world, and I'm not exaggerating, the whole world literally stood up and paid attention. This guy is Martinelli. So you better not ruin him.
Yeah, but look at Saliba. Saliba is one of the top-ranked centre defenders in France right now.
True.
Yep.
True.
And he's only been playing there 2 months.
No, he was always rated because I remember when we got Saliba, and I was doing my little bit of research. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but a very good, football commentator said this guy is a young Varane. He played. If you want to know what he's like, his playing style is just like Varane. He's just easy on the eye, very comfortable. He's not like one of those, VVD type defenders where it's all brawn. He's very positional play. He's easy on the ball, passing out of defense. He can do that quite easily. They said that his only fault or criticism of him is that he can dwell on the ball and get caught out in very dangerous positions when you're trying to pass out a defense. But apart from that, they said this guy is the new Varane. But I'm saying guys like Saliba and guys like Martinelli, Arteta has to bring these guys through properly. Don't, because if you're losing them, you're losing like 100 million each side in terms of talent.
And then I can add to that Guendouzi.
Yeah.
Well, Guendouzi deserves to be punished because
Well, that's not the way. That's not the way. What he did is not that bad.
The thing is, you say that, but he's gone to Hertha and he's still getting himself involved in situations whereby he's being punished for it at Hertha Berlin. So I see it as he has to fall in line. Like if every other player can do it, I don't see why not. Now I agree, Arteta has his favourites.
The manager's job, the manager's job is to manage players. You're going to have some players who got ego. You're going to have some players who are introverts. You're going to have some players who got, look, what Saliba has done in France. All of a sudden, nobody's talking about that anymore. Because you know what? The manager pulled away the attention from the article. Mm. Yeah? Let's just concentrate on the football. Forget the side stuff. There's players, look, Aubameyang the other day got the tattoo done on himself, and the manager has dealt with it. And now nobody's talking about it anymore.
But Tony, what you're saying is that he man manages good sometimes and doesn't man manage. Look,
I think he team manages.
Look. I think what we don't see, guys, what we don't see sometimes, and you've all played on teams, is what's behind the scenes. So we only get to see so much, right? Sometimes some people in the dressing room are just toxic. You got to get them out of the dressing room. They're just very difficult to deal with. They're toxic. You don't want to be around them. You play on teams, and it's not coming through the media because no one is not leaving the dressing room. Guendouzi seems to have a theme around it. So in France, he was a problem child as a teenager. Yeah. There's a problem child with us. He's a problem child at Hertha Berlin. There's a theme there, Tony. At some point as a kid, you got to grow up. Some kids take a while to grow up.
I don't mind. I don't mind because you know why I don't mind. I tell you why I don't mind, because Arsenal being cash strapped, we can't just get rid of crap players. It's not working. We do need to have some sort of quality on the shelf. If you want to give me 20 million for Guendouzi, that's good money. I'll take it all day.
It could happen. It could happen.
I'll take it. I because of what Bertram has said. When he first came here, I was like, yeah, this guy in the midfield. That's how I like my midfielders to play. He's nice and easy, nice and clean, looking forward. But like I said, like Bertram said, if you've got in a dressing room, you can't have someone who's like, not like a cancer, but he's disruptive influence. You can't have that.
He wants to be an alpha dog, yeah, and he's not ready. Yeah. So what you have to do is you have to put a bigger alpha dog next to him to say, "Oi, get down, get down."
Get in line.
Tony. Some people are not controllable. You can't control Cantona. There's some people you can't control. You cannot control them. Their disposition is such, they're not manageable. Mm-hmm. And I can see if you're not starting him, he's going to be a problem child.
Yeah.
He thinks he should play. He thinks he's good enough to play. You can see not starting him. He worked on the Emery because he started every game. And whatever thing he was doing in the background, they overlook it because he was starting every game. He was happy. He probably was less confrontational, less challenging. But can you imagine him not playing? We're just speculating here because we don't have all the facts. So it's very difficult with a player who is disruptive, as Nabil used euphemism. I just say a cancer. Very difficult player who's disruptive in the dressing room. It's just difficult. You want harmony. Players who are not playing, look at when Tuchel coming and he took us in the door for 30 minutes. That's detrimental to a player's psyche. A young player But he's playing in the next game, right?
Yes,
he's
yes,
not
yes,
like
yes,
Jose
yes,
who
yes,
benches
yes,
you and send like Ali to Siberia. Ali's a good player. Why is he in Siberia? He picked a fight with Pogba at United. He lost the fight because he thinks his reputation. He picked a fight with what's his name, Casillas at Real Madrid. You can't go around just picking fights with people. That's Guendouzi picking fight with his managers everywhere, and some may overlook it, some don't.
Yeah. Fair point. Really good point, to be fair.
So look, at the end of the day, my view is that we're gonna bring Saliba back. Saliba is more important to me than Guendouzi, frankly. I think Guendouzi.
Mate,
we
I
can
tell
put
you what,
Guendouzi.
like I said, you know what? For me, it's just like I think you touched on it, and what I would say, I think Arteta is showing himself as a good kind of team manager, good squad manager. He seems to get a good tune out of the team. I think Apollo alluded to that in the comments. You know, he's got the players on side, but I think when it comes to man management, individual man management, it's questionable. I get what you're saying in terms of rooting out these disruptive influences, but it's just that example of Tommy Tuchel and Hudson-Odoi. That's a really classic example. Really classic example. Instead of him killing the player, he got a better tune out of the player. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's a sign of a good man manager. You know, you've got an issue, you've got a circumstance that you've got to deal with, but instead of actually, no matter what you do, whether you because Ferguson could deal with you harsh too. I don't like the way Mourinho does it. Mourinho just, you know, he just throws you under a bus and then you just die. You know, I don't think that's the way to do it. You've got to be able to maybe knock some sense into them, but you get a tune out of them. And I'm not sure if Arteta's mastered that, to be fair. And my point is, you cannot do that with Martinelli. You'll lose me altogether if you ruin a player like a talent like Martinelli, because that boy there, you know, when we talk about Haaland, we talk about Mbappe and all of this, that's our version. That's our version. You know, that is our version.
To be fair to him, I don't think that's the case with Martinelli. I mean, I think it's probably just the injury. Guendouzi for me is a whole nother story. I generally think that's the one out of all of them that is probably more likely to go one way or another. But I think Martinelli will be fine.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I think most managers, as people, are fallible. They like who they like. So look at Tuchel coming at Chelsea. He's playing Christensen. He's playing Alonso. He's playing people who were in the doghouse that were never seen the time of day. You thought were not good players, and they all look good now. They're winning, right? So every manager has their style of play. They know who fits their system. Arteta doesn't seem to have patience for young players, right? Saliba, Guendouzi. He doesn't have patience for young players who are going to be disruptive. He probably more tolerate the Aubameyangs of the world, the Williams of the world. Players who are mature, he probably can talk to, have them set example like David Luiz. He doesn't have patience. I think he came from Guardiola school. Take a Foden, for example, who's been great for a while and still has not been a regular starter until this year, right? Even though the next coming of Christ, frankly. Sancho, who probably left the Dortmund because they think they should play, and he doesn't have tolerance for really young kids. They should come through and keep their mouth shut, put in the work, and eventually they'll elevate to the level of regular players. So, look, is he right or wrong? We don't know. But at the end of the day, if he gets result, it doesn't matter. We won't care if he gets the right result. We won't care.
Yeah. Guys, it's nearly time. We've nearly hit the 3-hour point. Closing comments?
My closing comment is, I'll kick it off by saying we won Leicester 3-1, actually. We beat a very good team, Leicester. 5 games ago, we beat a very good team in Chelsea. Well, a good team in Chelsea, maybe not very good because Lampard got fired. But we're looking, look, it's very hard to judge, given that we have lost in the middle of that good run we had. We seem to be back and forth, not very consistent on a steady upward stream. We went up, we were down, we went up, then we had a dip. Hopefully there's a slight dip, and we're now on our way to someplace good. I still think that there's a very remote chance of getting top 4. But Trump won the election here, so anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with Apollo. He's been more good then bad. And I think, transition is hard, especially when you're going in hard. He's going in hard and he's trying to define a very definitive style of play for us. This is a good example of it. Today's game is a good example of it. Our shape is consistent and it's strong. It's organized. It's hard to beat. We get those occasional errors by players, but the mentality is strong. We came back in the middle of the week. We came back today. I can see his fingerprint or his handiwork on Arsenal, and I'm behind it. I'm behind it for sure.
Neomis?
For me, fantastic result. I thought at best we were going to get a draw out of this game. So to not only win and win it in the way that we did, where Leicester looked like like they were nowhere near us. And I know they had injuries as well, but just a brilliant result. Let's go and get another win against Burnley, and just kind of just keep on going. Like, I think winning is infectious. And for me, we need to win that Europa League. We need a bit of good luck. I mean, if United and Spurs could draw one another and one of them could go out that way, brilliant. But yeah, let's just end the season strong and let's get that trophy that we all want.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and temper people's expectations. This is Arsenal. I'm just going to say it again. This is Arsenal. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. The sun is shining here in London, Bertram. It looks like a beautiful day. I'm going to go out.
No. That's why we won. The sun doesn't shine in London.
Hey, listen, it's beautiful out there today. So, Londoners, Gooners, enjoy the rest of your day. Temper your expectations.
Yeah, I like it. Please.
We're gonna win the Europa League. We're gonna win the league next year. Yes. We're gonna finish in the top 4 this year.
Woo!
That's what you say. We're on a roll. Here's the last point I'll say, which is now today I can enjoy the rest of my day, the entire day. It's 9:57 here in the morning. Normally when this happens, I'm despondent all day, very perturbed.
Yeah.
Can't help thinking about it, so I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. We have 1-3-1.
That's good.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, thanks.
No worries. See you guys.
Thanks again.
All right.